Welcome to the Madison Board of Selectmen. Today is Tuesday, May 12th, 5 p.m. Calling to order, and we'll start off with the Pledge of Allegiance. Jim, cut us off.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
It's like a new flag.
It's like it was
Said that
moved.
last time. Said that last time.
It's got creases in it.
All right, we have multiple sets of minutes to approve. We have April 14th, which I did
Those are
have.
non-publics.
I did have some, we have to look up additional information for the 14th. It says who we appointed to the Silver Lake Dam Committee, but it doesn't specify who was an alternate and who was, who was primary, so that's one of the things, so I'm gonna set those aside to not approve tonight, if that's okay. Then we also have April 28th. I got on some sort of Georgian political list, and now I get phone calls from Georgia all the time. Okay. All right. April 28th. I don't have any issues with it. Do you guys also want to look at the we just received the non-public, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pass those back, and I can't recall whether or not those were publicly disclosed or not.
I wasn't here.
Okay.
No, I believe not, Joy, on these.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, no.
Yeah. Nicole hasn't seen it.
Hmm?
Nicole hasn't seen
She wasn't here either.
it. Yeah.
No, it was
Yeah.
three of us, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
So that was the topic, and I knew those would be not disclosed at this time.
Alright, so that and these I was not here for, so
Okay.
I'm not going to those for.
All right, those are the other non-publics. So I'll toss that back to you, or we can just amend it on the fly right now, just, because the vote was to not disclose, just the,
No, it was. Oh. Yeah, actually, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
so we can just initial that, right?
Sorry, that was a manifest. This one through. Okay.
All right. Piles and things, the rest of the pile. That was the same thing we did discuss 2 weeks before.
Okay.
All right, and that was that one. All right, so
There
we
were
good?
minutes.
No,
There's
the
a lot.
non-public
A lot of them.
minutes, yeah, we had
There were like 3.
a bunch of meetings, yeah.
Okay, so, I'm not gonna make a motion to approve the 14th because we need some extra information. But I will accept a motion to approve public minutes from the 28th and non-public minutes from the 14th, 20th, 28th, 28th, and 28th. Motion? Joe makes a
Yeah, I
motion.
make a
to-
motion to accept the minutes.
Second?
I wasn't here on the 28th,
Neither was
so
I.
I can't approve any
can-
of them. I was not a
Yes, you
The
witness.
public I can, the non-public,
For not, so you wanna, just non-publics that you weren't
Yeah.
here?
yeah.
Okay.
All right,
I'll do the
removing
public, cause I
non-publics
can
that
read
you
them.
weren't here.
No, I understand, that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay, so removing minutes from the 28th and approving minutes from the 14th and the 20th.
Public meeting, yes, I'll second that.
Those are the non-publics, but you were here for those.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so motion to approve public minutes from the 28th and non-public from, as stated, 14th and 20th.
Yes.
Joe makes a motion.
I'll second.
Jim seconds, all in favor?
Aye. All right.
All right, so let's get this back as. Those are approved. And those will
Yeah, I'll bring it back.
come around for next time.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Approval of the manifest. Did you have a chance to review it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
make a
I gave it
motion.
to Joe.
Okay.
Yeah, all set.
I'll motion
Jim
to
makes a
approve
motion
it.
to approve the let me read it first. Payroll is $43,072.11. Payroll liabilities is $2,542.71. Accounts payable is $127,911.05. And Madison School District is an even $200,000 for a total of $373,911.05. That doesn't add up, right? Yeah, that doesn't add up, right? Because you quick on your calculator?
I don't know if I can get my phone on there.
It's the fact that it's 91105 is the exact amount of the accounts payable, and then the payroll and liabilities can't possibly add up to exactly even numbers.
43,072.
All right, we're not going to solve the math now, anyway. But welcome.
Hey,
Plus 200,000. 373, 911. I got 373,
591 at 87.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll send it back just to double check and
All right.
so
What's
yeah.
What's the number?
The actual number Jim just added was $373,591.87. It looks like there was just like a typo where it carried over the
Probably.
some from that. So we will send that back and
Sign it.
yeah, can I? I'll take a motion to sign it out of session.
Yes, I'll motion to sign it out of
All
session.
right,
second.
Joe seconds.
Yeah.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Happy to see the public.
Yeah.
Welcome. And do we have any
Good to know.
public comment? Yes, Ms. Nancy.
Nancy Martin, East Madison Road. I have a question actually, but I always come with handouts and stories. So this is about the town pound and wondering who owns that? Who owns the town pound?
That's a great question.
I
always
thought it
wondered.
was, that's why I'm here.
I'm not
So
sure.
that all
Anybody?
these-
Anybody? No?
I
I
can,
find it was somebody from Massachusetts.
Is it privately owned land? I'm not
It
sure.
is privately
Well,
owned?
it
Hold
could
on.
be.
So, yeah.
I can go to the assessor's website right now and get us that answer.
So the reason I'm asking is, Jane and Gary Hoffman, who live on Pound Road, have maintained that for years and years, many years. And Jane contacted me asking, or just letting me know that they need some help. And that being said, it's also, you don't have a second part.
I'm just looking at it.
it's been repaired twice. Beautiful, beautiful work. And then in 2023, we had a storm, a massive tree came down and did some severe damage. These pictures that you're looking at are from the first time it was back in, I think it was 78 or something like that, from what it was, a pile of rocks. Anyway,
1976?
76?
Yeah.
23, the tree fell and did some severe damage to it. There was some work, I think the town hired some folks to go up and remove the big trees that had fallen down. But the brush was still there, and Jane and Gary went in and they did a lot of work and cleaned up. But the damage is still done. I was hoping to bring that attention or kind of start some kind of interest in repairing it when that spring we had the storms. Remember 113 was closed for like 3 months? That was the year.
No, I don't remember that.
You don't remember?
Okay.
You probably repressed that.
Probably.
You had to go to Shikorowa to go to the dump.
I know.
Yeah. So that was not the year to ask the town to work on the pound, but I'm wondering if it might be coming up. It's a beautiful piece of work. It's over 200 and some odd years old. It was built when we were still part of Eaton.
It's fun to read old town reports, I mean, really old town reports, where people had to pay to get their animals out of the pound.
How to get your livestock out,
Yes.
was wandering loose.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nancy, what kind of work is needed now, just to rebuild the stone walls?
So there's a lot of things going on up there. There's some drainage issues, where some culverts were put in and drainage, and they're clogged, and water is, or has been running, so sand it's washing on both sides of the pound, so it's encroaching on the foundation. Which Jane and I believe is also causing the north end of it to tip over, because the water is softening the earth around it, and it's slowly inch by inch. So there's a lot of stone mason work that needs to be done, but there's also the beams that Roger Clayton he and his family had replaced. I don't know what the date on that one is, 2008 maybe. So there's multiple pieces. I came here today to just bring attention, to find out who owns the property. In one of those pictures you can see it's clear completely around it. It looks like a park, which wouldn't that be nice? And who owns that?
So,
She's got it
I
there.
have the assessing website up.
Okay,
LANG space TTEE, which makes me think trustee
Trustee.
of CAG Rev Trust, something revocable trust, comma Laura G. So Laura G. Lang, trustee of the CAG Revocable Trust, FBO for benefit of Graves, comma Chris T. And it's a 60-acre lot that includes
knew?
that and it goes down Maple Grove and back.
it goes down the road. So I know that the Granvilles descendants own property abutting that, and I wasn't sure whether that could be part of that. So that's another question for another day.
And when I go to the sales tab, for it doesn't have any sales, which means likely it's been in that family for a very long time.
Is it in current use?
Ah, good question.
Sale date 2020 and
No,
2019.
no, that's, oh wait,
Is it in
sales
current
just popped up,
use?
okay.
Yeah.
It didn't pop up before.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, Granville.
Is it Granville?
It's Granville.
Sure. Yeah, that's what I figured. I think, because they owned all that.
It says it was sold in 19 and 20. 2019 and 2020.
Laura
Okay.
Granville Lang, and shows Christy.
That might
Graves.
be when they put it in the name of the trust, it will show a change of ownership or a sale
I
then.
mean, look,
on
Yeah.
the right-hand side, it should say like
Yeah, it does.
non.
So it said 10, 19, and 20 on that.
The land type, unless I'm reading it wrong, I don't see current, normally it specifies under land
Okay.
type current use, right?
Mm-hmm.
It just says unproductive, unproductive, and unmanaged pine.
It's definitely unmanaged.
Mine doesn't.
Is it all overgrown and everything now? I haven't been up there, so.
It's very overgrown. It's just clinging to its life right now. The Hoffmans can keep a path directly around the walls, but you're going back further, there's trees, there's still the majority of the tree that half of it fell.
It is current use.
Oh, it is.
It is, yep, it says right on the first page. Thank you, Lucia. Taxable land is current use.
Well, my first thought is to see Michael and ask for their contact information
I-
and see what you can get, what they're interested in doing, and see if they're willing to participate at
Who's
all.
Michael?
No, I think.
Michael Brooks.
Is that a land use question though? Land use administrator can give out
Yeah.
addresses of,
You can, it's public information, contact information, public information. I've done it several times. Yeah.
Might want to touch base with Colleen though.
Or like an address, you just write to them.
Yeah. That's usually all we give out is address.
Yeah, an address,
Yeah,
that's all.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you write to them, that's how I got my property.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
wrote-
so-
came here
so-
and wrote to them.
That's a lot of information and a lot of good direction to go in. The other question would be, does the town maintain that? Never?
I mean, from what I'm looking at, this was done by donated machines and donated work.
Well, that was the Historical Society chose to take that project on as a bicentennial project
Mhm.
because it was what it looked like. They did fundraising, it sounded like the town did put some money into it.
Sharon.
Um,
Dylan, you're next. Sharon.
I do know, if you talk to Jesse Shackford, he was involved with the rebuilding of that. Those are probably his machines in those pictures. Because he has pictures of he and his folks doing lots of work
Yeah,
in
it says
there.
Bud Shackford's crew with their equipment.
Yeah, that's his dad.
So,
Yeah.
so there is a history of the town participating in some level. I think if you're gonna send a letter to the homeowner, it will carry more weight if it comes from the town requesting to know what, if anything, the homeowners are willing to do. Technically, if this thing goes back basically 200 years, it's kind of a historical site.
Mhm.
And perhaps there's some way to include it in the historical society, not necessarily this year, but going forward, because we're gonna want to, as a town, I think, maintain this for a long period of time, not just fix it once and wait 25 years till it gets another tree struck.
Right.
Do we know who fixed it a couple of years ago? Because there was
I
a
have all-
Dylan.
Dylan,
Dylan
let him
is
talk.
Dylan.
Dylan
Dylan's got
knows.
it.
The DPW.
Go Dylan.
All right.
So we took the tree off of the thing when it
Yes.
fell down.
Yes.
And I don't know who said it, but we were asked to stop working on it because it was private property. And
Okay.
That's where
I
I'm
don't
going.
know
You have
where
to
it came
contact
from,
the
I
owner, it's
just-
private
that's-
property.
Yeah,
all
that's
I
the
know.
thing, if it's privately owned,
Right.
we gotta get approval and
Right.
that
Well, you
kind
have
of
to have
thing.
them involved.
Yeah,
Right.
It's their property.
yeah.
So this is
100%.
very helpful, not helpful.
Dylan, who, do you know who let
I
you know?
don't know
it
who
was-
said to stop working. I don't
Okay.
know. I
Okay.
just know that
Just figured if somebody knew it was private property, they might know who the private property owners were and if they were in
I
contact with them. Okay.
It's the trust.
Yeah.
And thank you for being emphatic, so I could see you. Yeah.
But my experience having contacted people that have property in Madison through this, going to the tax office, they just write down the address and sending a letter. If you wanna type one up, and you can send it from the Historical Society or
I was
from
gonna
us.
say, I don't think it should come from a citizen, I think it should come from the select.
I think select board or historical.
Or the
Society.
Yeah, I think
Madison
the Historical
Historical
Society as an
Society.
entity.
Well,
Yeah.
that would be a board question for the Historical Society,
Right.
because then we're responsible for it somehow. I mean, people will have said, well, they're in charge of the pound, or we're in charge of the schoolhouse, or we're
Right.
doing these and we're not.
Right, no, but I'm just saying, just shooting from the hip, it would be like, the Historical Society is
Is
interested in
preserving.
knowing if you are interested in preserving the pound.
Yeah.
Not, we're
Right.
forcing ourselves on your property,
Right.
but just, are you interested in something?
Yeah,
That's a
just
good way to do it.
emphasize the historical
Yes.
nature of it, and that the fact that, we see a need that it should be preserved,
Right,
repaired.
right, all right,
Yeah.
I'll get right on.
Doesn't hurt to ask, right? The
Yeah.
worst you're gonna say is
That's
no.
where that's where I'm starting, and also, since we're being recorded, it's not being maintained by the town, is my understanding. You don't go up there and cut the grass and trim and all that stuff. And Gary and Jane are unable to do that, so it would be great if there was a little group of interested people that would be wanting to go up there and at least tend the grass so it doesn't get overgrown
Right.
until we get the bigger projects started, so. All right, well, thank you very much.
I think if you're gonna do that, you need homeowners, the landowner's permission, otherwise you're trespassing.
Well, it's not posted, so you can technically, well,
They've been
hunt
doing
You
and
can
it.
walk
everything.
on it, but you
Yeah,
can't make, you
yeah,
can't go in
yeah.
on
Yeah,
the lawn.
Well,
go in there with
start cutting
lawnmowers
stuff.
and chainsaws.
Right.
or
You're gonna
When
need
Jane,
a homeowner.
when Jane and Gary have been doing it for years and years and years. So there's a,
Right, but if there's a change in that, you might want to
Correct.
reach out.
right,
Especially, it's it's in a trustee now,
Yeah.
or you don't know who exactly is administering the trust or.
Right.
So, yeah, best to check.
yeah. All right, thank you very much.
Thank
They
you.
might be Masons and come right up.
Yeah.
Yeah, might be stone,
Freemasons.
stone. Freemasons.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, Nancy, good
Thank you,
night.
Nancy, as always. Any other public comment? Yes.
Hi, I'm Catherine Meek. I am coaching track and field, and I would like permission to create a temporary long jump pit somewhere so that the kids can practice properly because we've got a couple of meets coming up. So my thought is somewhere, I'm disoriented, but behind the town hall, behind Burke Field with all the sand. I would do it myself if I had permission.
What's involved?
Yeah, what is it?
I would need to dig a relatively shallow hole and then just fill it loosely with sand. It's for the kids to jump into, to have a soft place to land.
Well, like run and jump,
Yeah.
or, okay, all right.
Yeah.
I get it.
How long, how wide?
So I'm not looking to do it by, actual standards, just what we need for our practice. So I'm thinking maybe 5 feet wide, 12 feet long. And again, I'm happy to do it myself.
I don't know, we'll defer to Dylan, that's kind of DPW facility up there, there's a lot of sand already up there.
Plenty of sand.
Well,
Plenty of
that's
sand,
what
yeah,
I'm-
yeah.
And if there's an area where, that can be, set aside, that's gonna be relatively untouched until mid-June, when we'll be done, I'm open to suggestions.
Do you need the sand too, or?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, but does it need to, I would assume it needs to be like a soft sand of some
Yes,
kind.
is that not the best quality what we have up there, or it's not very,
I would
it's not very
say
soft?
it's probably not jumping in front of
Okay,
it.
okay.
Jumping in.
I mean, right now, we don't have anything.
He
so
jump in it.
I'm
See
I
the
think
kids
it's
run
fine.
up it.
Yeah, again, it doesn't have to be perfect, it's just a temporary solution. I might be back next year to ask for a more permanent one, but just something more than what we have right now. I'll take whatever I can get.
Okay. Dylan, do you have thoughts on
If
that?
it's just temporary, I would say we could do something on that upper road up by where the nature walk entrance is.
Okay.
Nobody goes up there, so it'd be undisturbed.
I'm not sure where that is.
Right behind the solar panels,
Okay,
there's a road that it goes up there. It
okay.
goes to nothing.
Perfect. Okay.
I'm just thinking logistically, do you have to be on a field working with kids and, like, just, does it need to be
Yeah.
nearby to the field where you're doing other track and field activities?
I
with
mean,
the
we
kids?
can walk up there.
Okay.
It's a small group.
Okay,
A very
okay.
small team.
Okay, all right.
But, I would make sure everyone is safe and, but we would just, we might start out at the field and just walk up there together
Okay.
and do some jumping.
All right, Madison Rec, to answer your question.
Madison
It's
Rec.
for Madison Rec.
Yeah.
Okay, Dylan, does that work?
Is that-
That's fine with me.
Jack-
Did I just
cool.
add to your workload?
So it's Madison Rec, not the school?
It's not the school.
No.
The kids happen to go to the school, but it's through the rec.
Yes, Mrs. Schilling.
Might I suggest that you check with your insurance company before endeavoring this, because God forbid a kid snaps his ankle and then the parent says this wasn't done correctly, and now the town is on the hook for any liability. just to check.
I'm guessing,
Make sure.
yeah, I'm guessing we can check with our rec director too, because she has everybody sign the waivers and they've already been run through the insurance company. I think this would fall under that umbrella of that, but yes, we can check.
But you're not providing an established long jump to standards the way other equipment and things are, like the track is. What you're doing is you're creating a hole and you're asking people to jump in. I'm not trying to, I'm serious, you know.
Well-
I'm not trying to poo-poo what you're trying to do.
No,
I'm
I
just trying to
understand what
make
you're
sure
saying,
that-
but I mean, it's kind of, no, I do understand that, we're kind of, I mean, we're doing the best we can with what we have, which is
Absolutely.
nothing, we don't have a track, but we're
Right.
still making that work, so. I mean, if you think it's a bad idea, I'm okay
Nope.
with that, like, we can find another method, it was just a thought.
What do
You
you
have to
thoughts?
ask.
Yeah.
You have to
Yeah.
Yeah, let's check with
Alright.
the insurance company
Okay.
and just,
That way due diligence is done.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
I agree.
So is that area that's part of the nature, is that technically part of Burke Field?
Yes, the ward
Okay.
parcel is massive.
Okay.
Dylan, can we find a spot that's like not in the path, but slightly just out of the way so it doesn't like mess with the path?
And,
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, put a scoop of sand in there or whatever is needed, yeah.
Okay, so what is the work needed, just to shovel and dump some sand in? Okay,
When do you need this by?
Well, that's why I'm looking for a temporary one. We have 2 meets this month and then 1 next month and then that's it.
So
That's the
you,
end of the program.
ASAP is what you're saying.
That would be nice, but again, it's not, I'm not saying this is a super high priority. If we can't make it work, we can live with that, but I'm just asking the questions.
Mr. Bayou.
Mike Bayou, usually I did middle school track, it was a couple of years ago. There's usually is a board or some sort of a takeoff platform that's pretty specific. That probably would need to be something spiked in and kind of like a pitcher's mound,
So this is gonna
but
be.
bigger.
Yeah, this is standing long jump, so they don't need a running
Oh, it's
start.
not a
Yeah,
running
so
long
it's
jump.
it's
Oh,
pretty.
not
Right,
even running,
thank you.
they're just
No,
jumping,
So it's like this with a pole.
like a,
No,
like a
not even
squat
that.
and
It's
jump or
pretty-
something,
it's
yeah.
pretty basic.
Standing there
do one
and
of
just
these.
jump.
Jump,
Pretty
yeah,
basic.
just jump, okay.
It's just a softer place to land so that they can practice full force.
There's always the
without-
beach.
There is the beach,
Yeah.
but then I have to transport
Well,
them
yeah, I
down
know,
there,
I
and
know.
it's like- but
If
no,
you get
I-
desperate.
I thought about
Yeah.
that, I did. Could I get a business card?
I don't have one.
Okay. All right.
DPW at Madison
Yeah.
Mansion.
How would I do that?
I'll write it down and I'll rip you off these
Thank
things.
you.
It's on the website too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And I assume rec director is all good
Oh,
with
yeah,
this?
well, I
Okay.
talked to her about it. She suggested I come
Okay.
and chat with you guys and just see what you think.
And is it within rec budget to pay for sand and
So,
whatnot?
again, I'm just looking for a temporary solution. I
Yep.
was that's why I offered to do it myself. I was hoping that we didn't have to pay anything for it, but I don't know. I don't know what it entails.
Yeah.
Again, if we're looking for something long-term, like an actual permanent structure, I know that
No, I'm just
takes
even thinking if we
cost
dig a dip, we have to
assessment.
fill it with a softer
Right,
sand.
Right.
So I just don't know if it's a rec thing or a DPW thing. Dylan, any ballpark on how much it would cost to do some soft sand in 5 foot by 12 foot and
How many inches then?
Pretty,
like a
it's
foot?
pretty shallow, but I would have to, that's what I was thinking, about a foot, but I can double check.
It would probably take us all of 20 minutes and we have the sand.
There we go.
That's
Thank you,
what I was
Dylan.
thinking.
Go, that's
All right.
Literally 2.2 cubic yards. a
problem solved.
It's nothing.
Okay, so we
Alright.
just check with the insurance company,
Yep.
make sure, then sounds like Dylan, they can knock this out pretty quick.
All right, so if this is covered under the insurance, then I make a motion
Thank
that
you.
DPW
Do you want my
can
name
just
on there?
go ahead
Sure, that'd be great.
and do this as long as
Thank
it's
you.
covered by insurance.
Yeah, no,
Take a second.
make the motion, yep.
All right, I made it. Oh, you can make it, you can second. All right, all in favor?
Security.
Aye. All right, thank you, Catherine. Thank you.
All right.
Thanks,
All
I
set?
appreciate it, thank you.
Thank you, Dylan and the
Thank you.
DPW.
Good luck in your competitions there.
Thank you, this is the first ever track team Madison has had, so.
Oh, nice, nice.
We're making history where
How old is your team? What ages?
So, grade 3 to 6.
Wow, okay, nice.
So, yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. Again, it's a very small group, but we're gonna do
That's
good
great.
things.
Good luck.
All
Good
right,
luck.
Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Alrighty.
appreciate it.
Mrs. Schilling.
Sharon Schilling, Bickford Road. The monument, it's Memorial Day coming up soon. Has there been any plan by town hall to find or purchase a wreath or flowers or something? The town usually puts that in front of the monument for those kind of special events, but I haven't heard anything or seen anything regarding it.
Yeah, I don't know if, I always tend to think of Mike Brooks as kind of being in charge of those types of things by choice. So we can.
Isn't there a committee?
Veterans, there was a Veteran Services Committee.
We'll talk about that some other time.
There is a budget line item, what,
There is a budget line.
$500
There's a
we put in
$500
for a year to pay
yeah.
for
For
events like
names
Veterans
or
Day,
other
Memorial
things,
Day.
whatever
Yeah.
needs to be attended
Mhm.
to on the monument.
Okay, we can look and,
What-
Do you have a preference?
previous-
Yeah, do you have a preference? What are you looking for? How do you? yeah.
well, we'll just see what we can
Used
check
in
and
the
see what we've
past.
done in the past, right?
You can check to see what you've done in the past, but
Yeah.
personally for Memorial Day and Veterans Day, those two particularly, I think it's appropriate to get some sort of a wreath. I have the flags, the wreath stand in my garage that I bought last year to put for Christmas out there, and I'm happy to bring it back and give it to the town. I just didn't
Mhm.
want it to blow away. But I think a wreath is more appropriate than just flowers.
Yeah, where
Given those two occasions.
can we? Do you know where we can get something like that?
You could probably check with Silver Lake Florist and see
Oh,
if
okay,
they
all
do
right.
it, if they'll do it. If not, then
I don't
what
think they're
used
in
to.
business anymore. Yeah, I think they
Oh,
closed.
did you think
They should close.
But there's Ruthie's.
Ruthie's no longer in
Well,
business,
we'll-
it's something else. It's
But
still in
there's that
business,
place.
but yeah, what used to be Ruthie's up on Route
Bodega.
16
I
north
guess
of.
maybe let's ask Mike what they did last year.
Yeah, exactly.
No, we need to do something.
Because I don't have
so.
time.
Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna be here.
Does anybody
He's
wanna
gonna be
make
here
a
later?
wreath?
Okay,
And I don't know how to.
I don't know how,
Michael's
but
supposed to be here later.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
just pulling up.
So Mike's gonna be just late to the meeting, so maybe he'll have the answers later.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I was just checking last year's final detailed drawdown to search for flowers,
Yeah,
search for wreath.
I didn't see it,
That's
and I don't know if it wasn't this past year at Christmas, I don't remember which one it was, November. There should be a line item in there for reimbursement to me for going and getting the flowers, and I got a Christmas wreath, from like Lowe's, just a
Mhm.
simple one.
Okay, yeah, we can look up.
I mean, I'm not even opposed to necessarily purchasing a patriotic looking one that's artificial, that way it can be reused.
That's a good
Mhm.
idea.
Yeah, and I bet Lowe's has those.
Yeah,
Either
it'd be
that
nice
or
to have
Amazon, I'm sure Amazon
red, white,
has
and
them.
blue.
And it would arrive probably in time for Memorial Day. I can look into that if you want me to look for artificial ones, that I can do.
Yeah, may as well look.
Yeah, keep it in the
Multi-pronged
closet.
approach, look at that way and then look to see what we did last year. Okay. All right, any other?
More public comments? No?
Joe.
Yeah. No,
Any other public comment?
good, bad, ugly?
All right, closing out public comment and then moving on to discussion items, new business. We keep being,
You
I
get
know, we
work cut out with
keep,
this one.
we keep being told to not talk over each
I
other
know.
and, just trying
Trying
to
to move things
Trying to
along,
keep
that's
things
all.
orderly.
You're trying to move
That's
things
all.
along.
All right, so next new item, new business is Med TV. All right, looks like we have a gang from Med TV.
Yes, I'm Hope Hutchinson, Chair of the Board. Ron Force is a member of the board, and Asia Wellinghurst is our station manager. So we got a memo. Hopefully, all board members have had a chance to read it. I understand. Joy, did you get one in your packet once you got
Yes.
here? Okay.
Yes.
I was having computer trouble, but we want to just be in touch, as we're now taking general funds in addition to our franchise fee income to pay for our, filming and broadcasting. I think we need to be more combine, our work together and where we fit in as a department, board, within the town government. We have some specific requests and suggestions on this. Some of our information, So I just want to start discussion on these things, and this partly it came out of how long it's taken to get someone to help with the air conditioner situation at our station, where our equipment needs to be kept
Yeah.
cool as the weather will eventually get warm.
Yeah, I know there was a lot of confusion on the history and the situation of Mad TV and all that. And I think mystery solved at this point.
Can you
Because
share that?
yeah,
Yeah, Noreen
extensive.
Downs did a lot of research, and Joy and Asia also did some looking back.
Yep. So Mad TV was founded in about 2005. I think some of the questions have been about Mad TV folks being on the town payroll. Right since 2005, the videographers have been on the town payroll. There was a warrant article in 2006 where the town voted warrant article 19 to add Mad TV to the town operating budget with its own line, and a $15,000 budget back then in 2006. So that's why it's in the town budget, because the town voted that 20 years ago.
There was also a warrant at one point back in those years to have the members of the board be elected, and that warrant failed, so we have continued to be appointed by the select board.
Yep, and I think, that the report that was shared by Selectmen Bowie a couple of weeks ago or a month ago talked about Mad TV as an independent agency, and that potentially meant that it operated outside of town budget, outside of town payroll, outside of the things, but I think we've just established that the town voted otherwise 20 years ago. And kind of looking into the governmental definition of independent agency, which is the wording in the town report in 2005, it's like agencies within the federal government. It's meant to be free of political influence, operating independently as in free of political influence, not free of the government, and not operating independently of the government. So that's, you are supposed to be, Mad TV is supposed to be free of our political influence, and that's that piece of it. And then concerns about conflict of interest and Mad TV directors not serving on any other town board. Back then, we actually had public television. We actually had people creating content in the early days. And I think they wanted to make sure there was no political conflict of interest. But I don't think if that is the way that we voted to operate, that is kind of the way we voted to operate. But in reality, I don't think there's a conflict of interest for a Mad TV person to be on a budget committee or something, because Mad TV isn't producing content. It's, at this point, only recording videos. So I don't see a conflict of interest.
And maybe the
there.
concern was, could a member of a committee say, stop filming? I don't want this to be on public record. And that has never
That's not
been the
happening.
case.
Or editing.
Yeah, or wanting to go back and edit.
And Mad TV, it's funny, I was reading the 2005 annual report, and Mad TV, it was a big deal to build that office in what was then the Town of Madison municipal building. It wasn't a town garage. It was the municipal building that was still going to be determined as to what its use was. And the folks who fitted it up, I think it was Mark Graffam, it's Jim Diedrich, Jim Malloy, anyway, they fitted up that office, and they were handed awards at the 2006 town meeting by John Arruda. Thank you for all your work creating this Mad TV office. It wasn't Mad TV, but Madison Television, whatever.
PEG TV.
PEG TV, yeah, Madison
Yeah,
PEG TV.
yeah.
Thank you, here's awards for
And
building
Noreen
out this
Downs,
office
too,
for
was
us.
recognized then, that she was a volunteer from very early on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were warrant articles about funding. There was a Mad TV account created. So, the history is that the town voted to have Mad TV as part of the town 20 years ago and has voted on the Mad TV budget, to have a Mad TV budget. And we're very vocal about voting for the Mad TV budget in this past March 2026 town meeting.
And there was funding from the town for about 10 years, well, maybe 7 years, till about 2012, when the franchise fees were then enough to cover the operating budget, until 3 years ago, as subscribers to cable TV dropped.
Right.
And some will remember that originally we were part of Valley Vision in terms of, we had Mondays on Valley Vision for Madison to program.
Yeah. And that
then
slowly peeled
about
off.
that same time, in the early teens, we got our own Channel 3 for all Madison residents with Spectrum Cable.
Yep. And Mad TV were even listed in the capital improvement plan. From,
Yeah.
So Mad TV.
And that's one of our requests, is to again be part of the capital improvement plan when the committee's looking ahead. And the same with the budget committee. You know, we don't want to just be setting our budget and then having people feel, we didn't have any input, or we have questions about this, that, you know, if Asia is invited to come to the budget committee, as other departments are, then, you know, that would be part of the discussion going into town annual meeting.
That was something we discussed at our board meeting. We also had the idea of maybe coming before this board quarterly with an update. I know a lot of the department heads usually provide an update either at every meeting or, you know, once in a while, but our board does meet quarterly, so we thought maybe it would be appropriate to meet with the select board and just, sometimes there's questions, and I know in the past, sometimes the question would be asked to the videographer.
Right.
Who's working, which isn't
Right.
really fair because they don't really necessarily know the answer.
And people love being put on the spot.
Yeah, right. So if we had more of a, you know, a process in place where we supplied, it doesn't have to be quarterly, it could even be a couple times a year or maybe more.
When
so.
we had something we wanted to share with you, or if you had questions for us, stay in touch.
All right, so your memo is requests of the
Some of it's
board?
information, like the
Okay.
first bullet, or the second, well, the first bullet point is to ask you to appoint Doug McAllister to a 3-year term. His term expired at annual meeting.
Okay.
And he agrees to be on for another 3 years, and we want him. He brings a lot of knowledge, having run a PEG station in Massachusetts. And also Noreen Downs, I understand the alternate terms are just 1 year. And so if that's the case, she needs to be appointed again. She's great to have as an alternate.
Do you want, do you want us to address it now, or, because
If-
I'll
if
make a
you're
motion to
okay.
appoint both of those if you want.
To appoint Doug as a primary 3-year seat, to a primary 3-year seat on
And
the
Noreen.
Mad TV board, and then Noreen as a 1-year alternate
Yeah.
to the Mad TV board. So, you have a motion?
Yep, anybody?
So a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
The next
Did you
is
vote?
just,
Did you vote?
oh, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
You were so quiet.
4-0.
Sorry.
Okay.
The next is information. The select meeting that was held at the gymnasium, maybe that was the 28th of April, where
14th, I think, something like that, but yeah.
Yeah,
14th.
sometime in April, okay. The audience could not hear well because we
Right.
hadn't had time to set up speakers because there was something going on. So just to let anybody who knows, let anybody who meets there know that we need 2 hours
Yeah.
to set up so that, you know, the volume is good for those in the room as well as those.
Yeah, we apologize for that last minute change. It just became apparent that, it was actually, I think Chief received a call concern about whether or not this room could fit everybody. So it definitely was a last minute decision to.
Yeah, there was about 80 people in there. It was pretty full.
Good call.
Yeah.
And if it has to happen that quickly, you know, we'll manage, we'll try to do better in terms of where the microphone is placed so that the speaker can be addressing the select board as is proper, but also you know, half facing the audience and,
Yeah, people in the room couldn't hear at all.
yeah.
There was a double combination, I guess, of just, the acoustics and people not, speaking into the microphone didn't project, and people not, people facing the board. And then I guess the milk cooler was really, really loud, as a
Background
couple
noise.
people mentioned,
Yeah.
so.
I attended a workshop at Merrimack TV just last week. And it was all about closed captioning, but they had a lot of solutions for even in-meeting closed captioning for people that are hard of hearing. Because I know even sometimes when we do have amplification in the gymnasium, it can still be hard to hear in there.
Yeah, it's gotten better over the years, but yes.
So we're gonna look into some of those potentially. And then I just thought maybe I would send a similar memo to the other boards. Like, I know zoning board has occasionally said, oh, we need to meet in the gym. So just, we need a little bit of notice, because it does take a lot of extra time and maybe, one more staff to set up the big equipment so that that room is amplified.
Okay.
And also too, when these boards and committees decide to relocate for their meetings from here to the gymnasium, they have to be sure that the gymnasium is not being used for a program up to within a half hour or so of your meeting, because if that's the case, we're not able to set up in time for the start of the meeting. So
Right.
it's really, it's a two-way street. It's not only moving the meeting from its normal spot, but also ensuring that the gymnasium is free for at least 2 hours, so we can get everything set up and everyone can hear and get great video and audio.
Yeah, definitely add that to a memo. I
Right.
mean, you guys have it summarized here anyway, but yeah, I think it's completely fair for you guys to approach.
But I think if everyone's on the same page, knowing that we do need that notice, and even the school board needs to know
Right.
that if they're gonna meet in the gym, we need a heads up.
Yeah, it's a good short-term solution. A long-term solution obviously is to have a better meeting place.
Yeah, yeah. Just incidentally, Merrimack TV is located in the town hall, which is a historical building, and they're on the second floor, which is where they had their old meeting space. It's so similar to the space we have upstairs. There's like a stage, that's where they had dances and performances, and it was like their Grange Hall, so it just was kind of inspiring and
Yeah.
to go there. It's all wow.
Freedom is set up like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. We had the
Yeah.
Action
They have
Ambulance
they have
meeting there.
They have a stage, and Wolfboro too has a really pretty, you open the doors and you go straight up these stairs, and then they have a big, huge room for
Yeah.
meetings and performances. The funny thing about theirs, when you open the door out, you literally can fall down the stairs outside.
goodness.
Like, you open right on a set of brick stairs. I've never seen anything like it.
Gotta love those historic
Yeah, exactly.
buildings. Yeah. Sorry, that was a digress, but go on to
The next item is about the welcome packet that's online, and I don't know how much is printed and given to people when they come in to register cars or pay taxes or whatever, but the current list that's kind of like, put on your refrigerator list, still has former select people and former
Yeah.
staff, and, so this
It's
is
on
the
my
time.
list of what to update.
I told them it probably was. 'cause
Yeah,
you-
there's a whole stack that I got.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would just, we're not mentioned there, like, I have it with me, it's like a
Oh, yeah.
directory, and
I
we're
got
not
it.
mentioned there at all, and so I just was wondering if we could be
Yeah,
added.
I'll add it.
And, that's our
Suggestion of
location.
how to word it on there.
Yeah.
And then
That's great.
additionally to being added to just the directory, I noticed that I think the Historical Society, SLAM, maybe the Conservation Commission all have brochures. So I kind of put together a draft brochure, which I believe is in your board packet. Just sort of informational, people know what Mad TV is, because some people still don't. And what we do and how to contact us. Sometimes people are looking for footage. We archive everything. So if you're looking for an old meeting, we can probably find it.
We've got
It's still in draft.
2 years back on YouTube, from meetings for 2 years back, but anything older than that we can find.
Are they still on YouTube, or you've got them like archived on a hard drive somewhere?
They're all archived on hard drives, and then they actually come here for in the archival room.
Oh.
So,
As part of the town archives.
yeah.
Okay.
The next one is just requesting that we be officially included in any negotiation that's happening between the town and Spectrum. Doug McAllister is our key person on that, and we've sometimes felt like things are happening that we weren't aware of, or, and I know things have moved very slowly. It's not that a lot has happened, but he's got knowledge and perspective that could be helpful to discussions. As we try to get a new contract for that one that expired 3 years ago now.
2 or 3 years ago,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll contact the cable attorney and just confirm internally if there's any reason why he couldn't be.
Yeah,
Okay.
because you as a Board of Selectmen sign a contract.
Right.
We don't sign
Right.
it. You are the ones contracting
So
with Spectrum. But
We'll just kind of just
So
figure out
we'd have
internally
to-
if there's any reason why
Well, maybe
Doug
we'd
couldn't
have
be
to
part
sit
of
with
it.
them maybe and discuss it. 'cause
Yeah, we'll just-
We gotta sign the contract.
Right.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll get the new one and then meet with you guys as your board and
Yeah.
bring you in, show you what we're offered, and if you have anything, we'll go back to the attorney, because it's slow.
yeah.
It is, and
It's a slow
it is
process.
underway now. There is an
Wow.
attorney involved that is
Yeah, and we did
negotiating,
meet with
so-
you and the attorney
Correct.
about a year ago.
Mhm.
Right. Oh, yeah, we haven't been left
Okay.
out
No.
totally, but we just don't,
But
you
I
know,
think that would
I don't know
make
when
life
steps are
easier,
happening.
to be honest.
If Doug, with his expertise, was a regular, kind of a member of the negotiating committee, so to speak.
Yeah.
But we'll look into
We'll
it
have
first.
to ask. him.
Yep.
Yeah, let's
All right,
ask.
we'll look into it and
Ask
make
the
sure
attorney.
Yeah.
that's kosher.
Good.
Okay, yep.
The Conway Branch Recreation Trail, which Nicole, I understand you're the board rep to that. Meetings out of town, I mean, this came up around a different issue with Tamworth, which is now past history in terms of us filming somewhere else. It doesn't affect Madison directly, but because the work of that,
I did receive a request to film these meetings, but they're in Ossipee, it's not ideal.
I think they move a little bit too.
Yeah, but so we kind of discussed, maybe you could let us know, since you're attending most of these meetings,
No,
Nicole?
no,
I don't attend them, okay.
I've gone to 2.
Okay.
I think
But you
T.
have appointed
Gagnon-
somebody to attend them, is that
Tia.
correct?
No,
Tia.
Tia goes, but she
Tia-
just goes out of the.
Tia Gagnon, I think she was appointed by
But
the
is she
board
appointed?
as our
That's what I was
representative.
wondering.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
believe she was appointed
So we
by
have
the
an
board.
official representative.
Yes.
Yes, you do.
If she let us know that, the agenda specifically was gonna speak about Madison
Did-
property.
Nobody's recording them already?
No.
No. I mean, and if there's another option, if there's someone else that can record it and submit it to Mad TV and we can just broadcast it, that also works out well for us.
Yeah, because I would love to know what goes on in those meetings, because they always
Because
seem
I
to be at
believe
times that
I
we
believe
can't
the
attend.
chain of ponds came up at this month's meeting, which is already passed. But it sounds like there's probably gonna be more discussion about Madison property and the rail trail and everything, so.
Mhm.
I
You
think
can
it's,
count on it.
yeah, I think it's gonna be of interest to Madison.
Yeah, I would
think
say,
it's within your purview and your budget.
No, it's what it's saying, it's not budgeted
Yeah.
for, so
No,
it's not budgeted
that's
for.
my thing. I would shy away from going over your budget
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
and think about it for next year, because this rail trail thing is gonna go on for years.
Okay.
Whatever you missed this year, you can catch up. You know?
Although,
Yeah.
just kind of around, like, the subject of Tamworth, right? And if you as a board decide that part of your business is filming upon request, then that just would need to come by the select board to accept fees. So,
okay. we kind of shelved it for now and
Yeah.
thought maybe in the future that would be something we'd go back to. It could be a way to generate income.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. I don't think it would work for this recreation trail committee because
who would
who
pay you?
would pay for it? Yeah.
Unless you offered it up to all the other towns involved.
I'll put out a
so-
tip jar or something.
Yeah. Or you might wanna think about, because it's our stuff leaving our property, you might wanna think about writing a warrant article for next year. Cause I think the town might wanna vote on that.
Okay,
All right.
those are good ideas,
Yeah.
yeah.
So maybe we check with Tia and ask her to go to the next meeting and say, you know, do any other towns have interest in having this filmed? And
Right.
Is there anyone
If
else who
there's a
could do it?
collective, yeah.
Particularly if it's someone in Ossipee,
Right.
when the meetings are there.
Right.
May as well get subsidized. Yes, Mr. Force.
Yeah, one of the concerns that we talked about at our meeting was with what's just happened with the town equipment. And our concern was, and that's why we kind of put a stop to accepting requests that are not reimbursed from other towns, because using town employees, taking town equipment out of Madison and filming for another agency, we thought, and I thought, was inappropriate. So we stopped that, and we wanted to come back to the select board and say, is this something, that's why we're bringing this particular committee up, we want to get your permission before we take any of the equipment and any of our employees off-site. So you'll be informed, and if we get a request, we'll ask you if it's appropriate or not. We just don't want to unilaterally do that.
Well, the way the intent, anyway, personal use is the concern, first of all. And when it is town use, it's signed off by the department head and notification of the Board of Selectmen.
Notification versus approval,
Yes,
because there's a difference.
right. It's approval of the department head, written approval of the department head, and notification to the Board of Selectmen.
For town use.
Yeah, no personal use.
Oh, of
Right, no,
course,
we're
of
not-
course. This is not personal use,
Yeah.
it's just going off-site for another government agency.
That's also,
Personal use, yeah.
that's not town use at that point, yeah.
Yeah, that's not town
Right.
use, it has to be for
So,
town use.
so if you go off-site, but it involves Madison's issues, for instance, say there's a, event happening in Tamworth with District 3 representatives, which is Melton Borough, Madison, and Tamworth. But it's in Tamworth. I would think that would be town business,
It's state business.
wouldn't it?
It's town interest. I don't
It's,
know if
yeah,
it's
exactly,
town
that's what I was thinking, it
business.
was interest.
Town interest in state
Well,
activity.
that's what they record, what's interested to the residents of Madison.
They record town business.
Yeah,
They
town-
record town
The
business. This is a
government,
town
yeah,
business.
it's it's
That's
Well,
not
they
an
record-
The G
They
in-
record more than town business.
Yeah, we do things like Gold Home Week or
Yeah.
events at the library, but
Mhm.
Yeah.
those are in
Which are all
town.
town-
Yeah,
town
yeah,
things.
Yeah.
Town
Well, they're-
committees,
They're
town
in
whatever.
town, but I can see to Donna's point, you know, even the people you're voting for in this town, because we're in that district.
Right.
That would fall under the public piece of, right? Public, education and government. So it's a public interest under,
Yeah.
I don't know, it's interesting.
Not sure, yeah.
So would this sort of scenario be appropriate for a warrant article? Cause that, I mean, I don't know anything, everything about warrant articles and what, you know, their use is, but would this be something that we would take to town meeting and say, you know, do the taxpayers approve of?
I think so, because
This
there's, you know, in our conversations with taxpayers, we're supposed to represent what we think they would want.
Right.
I would say, unless anyone has a crystal ball, this would be a gray area for me. I wouldn't know what
Mhm.
people would want, you know.
Yeah.
Then
As a,
that
as
gets
a,
political.
as a, what do you call it? As a majority, that's whoever would vote on that warrant article. I don't know that Yeah, I can't speak for the people that I would think I would represent, that whether they would want that or not. And depends on, how much it costs, and if it's in the budget,
Right.
it's a whole big thing.
Yeah, I would just,
No, it
They would
is,
box
yeah.
you in.
I would just
think.
consider what, what falls under the intent and definition of PEG. I mean, I think that's what it boils down to.
Okay, so we'll do some more thinking and looking at that.
Yeah.
And if you think that those intents and definitions have changed, then maybe that's what we need to clarify with people at town meeting. That it's gonna get broad in or narrow, or get more narrow, or more broader and spec, or start taking in money. Those things can be clarified through town meeting, I think.
And there was a comment made at one of the past meetings, because we set a rate to charge, it's a Shikorowa Community Association, it wasn't the Tamworth government either, that asked us to come and film these candidate nights, and who paid us basically for the videographer's time. That we should have a set rate, and we have to have some public session to set,
If
we're
it's a
compared to the rec department if they take out of town kids.
Good point. So they have a fee structure that's approved by the Board of Selectmen. For example, sports, if it's, I believe if it's a resident, then it's $35 for the season. If it's out of town, then it's $45 for the season. So those fees come before the board, they're approved, they're public noticed, they're put in the newspaper. It is a process to charge a fee. So if that's,
All right,
if it
so
comes,
yeah,
if you get to that stage where you do want to charge fees, that is the process for it.
Okay.
Is a reimbursement a fee?
No.
It's,
No,
talk
and
about
yes.
gray areas.
I would
There's
say
a lot.
A reimbursement?
Yeah.
Well, we're paying them, so they're reimbursing the town, so it is a fee.
It is, yeah.
A fee to them or
The
reimbursement
town of
to
Madison's
us.
paying those to go do that, and they reimburse the town of Madison for their time.
Yeah, but it's equal expenses. You're not getting an additional expense.
Well, we're not supposed to be a money-making outfit.
Yeah.
The town of Madison's supposed to be operating on a level field. We're
Right.
not money makers. This
I
isn't
would
that kind
just-
of business.
From my experience with the state, we never considered that a fee was a reimbursement. And there was a very specific definition of reimbursement. It didn't include any type of language around fee as part of that.
I don't know. I still would think it would be a fee. But it's me.
All right,
Gives
well,
us
look it up.
something to
There's
explore
a
some
definition,
more,
there's an
yeah.
RSA, there's
Oh,
something
yeah.
somewhere that
Yeah.
covers it, so
But
you don't have to make it up.
All right, so to be determined.
Yeah.
At this point, we're not gonna take any, requests for filming. The other is, Asia was here at a meeting where it was discussed that there are some open email addresses, the madison-newhampshire.org.
There are actually zero open email addresses.
Oh, really?
However, we have email addresses that we don't appear to use.
Okay, well,
So we're
that's-
just gonna, we need to check, I'm gonna check with Lucia, and there's like a VSC for Veteran Services Committee. I don't know that that has
You
ever
can have
received
it.
a single. You're the chair of the,
You can have it.
do you have a quorum?
Big hunch, I'm it.
All right.
That would be helpful for when Asia has to, be communicating and needs to show that she's representing the town, not a Gmail address that she or Noreen set up separately, so whatever steps need to happen for that.
Although when your server went down last week, I thought maybe we should keep a backup
Right.
email address just in case.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
That was a
Um,
nationwide outage, that was.
But
no
one
good.
of the companies we do order a lot of equipment from gives us a government discount. So having that address attached to the end is.
Yeah, I was gonna say one thing that we've done is, it's not a mailbox, but it's a forward. So email received at, hypothetically, PegTV at, would just get forwarded to your Gmail, but that doesn't give you outgoing capability to make it look more professional.
Mhm.
So, we'll go over the list and see.
Yeah, you have the list.
Yeah. I didn't send it to you?
You might have. I got like
It's
1,000
so many
emails
emails.
in the past like 3 days.
Oh, Sharon freed one up with the VSC or something, yeah.
No, and I think, well, we'll go over the whole list, but I think
Yeah.
everything else, every other department is set. We did just adjust and moved zoning, planning, and conservation at, they now forward to land use at. Cause they were forwarding to office at, which was just clogging up that inbox. So, we're kinda working on organizing that stuff. Alright, so that's a potential.
Great.
Okay.
So unless you have, well, either of my
Well, we
colleagues
just wanted
have
to
any
know if there was any questions from this board to our board, or our department about, you know,
Anything.
anything.
Yeah.
Just
Our,
so.
I guess on the memo, it's listed as our relationship going forward.
Well, have you guys, like, regardless, like, even previous to this conversation, you guys have needs. You have space needs, and you have things that you don't necessarily need. So if, you know, I know you guys have been working on it, but, you know, if you are able to truly document what your needs are, that helps us as a town be able to best support you. And I think the hot ticket item is the space. As the weather is getting warmer, you know, do people need to be in there? Does just equipment need to be in there? What equipment needs to be in there? What, you know, what are our options for? If it is just 2 boxes that are this big and they have to be there, if they have to be there, first of all, make sure they have to be there, because that, not T1, that's the old fiber, thank
But
you.
that's, yeah, that's where our fiber cable goes in.
Yeah, and like why, you know, like to truly understand why do you need that fiber cable? Is that to connect to channel 3? Is that, like, what exactly are you using it for? Like, if you guys could put together all of that to help you define your space requirements.
Okay.
And then, of course, the faster the better so that we can deal with that.
All right, and in terms of the immediate need of air conditioning, Asia's meeting with Dave Swift tomorrow morning.
Okay.
And hopefully, we have 2 different donated air conditioners, and we'll figure out which one.
Okay.
Which is just a short-term solution
Yeah.
for the time being.
I was gonna ask you, yeah, have you made any progress on getting the temporary AC hooked up in there before it gets too hot?
Should be tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
But
That's
I've
good to know.
been maintaining the temperature, I mean, I've been monitoring the temperature in there. And yeah, it's, I think because it gets cold at night, it's still
Mhm.
yeah, okay, even on some of the hotter days.
Okay.
And then if we can be of any help, like, you know, if we can help with the Zoom in here or any other sort of like tech, computer help, you know, reach out to us for.
Yeah, we have some very talented videographers with broad range of knowledge and experience. And I wasn't at the town meeting, the annual meeting, because I was in a plane heading east, but I appreciated, having watched it later on YouTube, the support at that meeting from the townspeople for our budget and what we're doing, and knowing that we're now so much more accessible because of YouTube, and people can find stuff there anytime, live and anytime.
Yes, Ross.
Speaking of budgets, just a quick overview. Again, thank you for the town for their support. But for less than 1% of the entire town budget is how we operate. And we record every single town meeting, committee meeting, board meeting, and it's available live. It's available 24/7 from anywhere on the planet. And they've got a phenomenal team that takes care of that. And, you know, kudos to them and their excellent work. If you look at the annual meeting, the way it was filmed, when I watched it, because I wasn't there either, it's like I was sitting in the front row. The audio was perfect, The video was perfect at the annual town meeting, thanks to a wonderful team that we have. But speaking of that, as we move forward in future town budgets, our budget will likely increase for two primary reasons. Number one, we have additional requests, like now we have a CIP committee, which was new, we're filming that. So we have
Master plan
additional work assignments that have been requested by the town. Number one, so our workload is increasing, which means our videographers are going to get paid for those times. But second of all, and just as important, our franchise fees are decreasing because people are cutting the cable. And they're going to other sources of programming on their TV. So as they cut the cable, our franchise fees, which help support us and have in the past, are decreasing. Our workload is increasing. So our budget is increasing as little as possible, but it will creep up in the future. So I just want to let you know that in advance.
And I think, you know, in a similar vein to rec, if there are ideas you can have for fundraisers, that will help offset as well. And of course, grants. I don't know if there are any grants around for PEG TV these days.
We have a great grant writer.
I'm all granted out.
Donna.
I have writer's crap.
I would just like to echo Ron's kudos to Madison TV. He took the words right out of my mouth. You beat me to it, Ron, but hats off to the Madison TV. They do a phenomenal job.
I love that we now have the 3 cameras
This
and
is
split
awesome.
screen. I like that you can see multiple people talking.
And nobody can hide,
Just the logistics.
See, we'll find you.
Yeah.
because there's cameras there everywhere.
And I go back and watch a meeting and see who rolled their eyes, who was checking their watch.
And we're trying to figure out a way that we could show those watching on YouTube handouts, you know, by filming them, scanning, you know, we don't have an answer yet, but we know that can be an issue from home or even from here, you know.
Yeah. So for like example, what the Historical Society just handed over from the town pound, you could put that under a document scanner and then the person at home can see
Oh, nice.
the pictures
Yeah.
that were just submitted.
That would
Yeah.
be good.
So we've talked about that, so if someone hands out something, we'll have a table and a camera over the table, so everybody else not only will see it live, but they can see it at 12 o'clock at night if they wanted to go back and see the documents that were handed out at the public meeting.
Yeah, it's
So-
not all that easy, because if we film it for 5 seconds, then, you know, they can't really read it right
Right.
then as we go back to,
Yes.
with the
They gotta
split
pause,
screen
that's
and how
all.
far.
Yeah,
If it-
pause, pause.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah.
And if it's bigger than, you know, a certain size, and if there's multiple pages, you know, so we're working on it.
Can I give you crap about one thing?
Yep.
Yes.
Monetarily. The meeting will begin monetarily.
Monetarily, oh, is it spelled
There's a
wrong?
typo.
Is it spelled right?
Oh, all right.
Monetarily
Monetarily.
It's probably a word anyway, means money.
means we need funding.
It'll start as soon as you give me the money.
Yeah.
Oh, check that one.
Yeah, so,
Oh,
no,
okay,
thank you.
good.
All right,
Thank you, I will get that.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Did I see another hand up?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that I'm someone who can't always make the meetings, and I watch the point that you said that every meeting is filmed. I watch so much from home. So I think that if we want to have informed voters, that is so key. So I just wanted to, you know, reiterate that I think is really, really important.
You know when it was really helpful to me was at town meeting, when my son sassed moderator Epstein. and I went home and watched it, and moderator Epstein was like, all right, yep. It's like, oh. So it was very handy then. You gave me some peace of mind. So thank you, Mad TV.
And I want to double mention Asia, who's just done a fabulous job of managing this and guiding us through, and new staff and training and changes, and fabulous.
Thank you.
Yeah, what Evan and Lauren have brought with the cameras and their experience and stuff. So thank
We
you
have a
guys
really
too.
great crew.
And Theo, it's been great to have him working with us too. We're sorry he's headed off to Dartmouth.
We
and
filmed
home.
that.
What's that?
We just filmed that reaction.
Gonna make them watch it.
Don't let him see it.
Thanks.
Boundaries. Okay. All right, thank you, Mad TV.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna stay a little bit about boat moorings.
The Exodus. All right. Are we keeping you, Asia, or are you sticking around?
Do you need me?
No, but I just wanted to give you a chance to
Oh,
exit
yeah.
if you're
That's
going
it.
to before we start the next topic.
I'm gonna listen a bit about boat moorings.
I'm sorry I missed the first part of the meeting. Were there corrections to the minutes of April?
There were,
14th?
there
Okay.
were.
But
Just one. I had a couple. One of which was defining which members appointed to the Silver Lake Dam Committee were
Okay.
full-time, which were alternate. So
I see.
there are a couple of things. So
Okay.
we're gonna.
I
hold
can
off.
either review the tape, or if you want to send me the edits, I can.
I'd have to check notes and review tape myself. So.
Okay. I'll review tape. Sounds good. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Asia.
Thank you. All right. Next item up for business is moorings at the beaches.
Colleen wrote you a note.
Yeah.
All right. Oop, that's from Colleen.
All of you guys have it.
Oh,
Do
sorry.
you have
I
this,
missed
Dylan?
it.
Would you like it?
Does it pertain to me?
Well, do you put the
Yeah,
lines
for the
out?
swim
No,
lines.
they don't.
Oh, they don't put the lines out, it's
The
asking.
I thought you said the moorings. I
No,
was
it's
like,
about,
no,
it's about,
the-
no, it's about
line
the
to beach.
lines.
Lines, yes.
Yeah.
Swim lines.
Oh, I thought this was about all those
So that
boats.
moorings don't go in there.
No, that was.
Yeah, it's partially about the
Oh.
moorings being out there really soon before the swim lines are out there. So they're
Oh.
afraid that the boats are going to be in the swim line area.
They do moor very, very close to the swim
Well,
lines.
In previous years, if they're inside the swim lines, we picked them up and dragged them out.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Because they're already stacking up at Nichols Beach.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's already a pontoon boat in the water there. Plus the moorings are really close to the beach.
The
Yeah.
ice moves them around a lot.
What's that?
The ice in the wintertime
Mhm.
picks them up and moves
Yeah,
them
it might
around
not
a
be an
lot.
on-purpose thing. It
Yeah.
might be just an accident.
Mrs. Schilling.
We don't have, you know how we post that the town or Lions Hill Road is closed and the weight limits and all that kind of stuff? We don't have you can't put your boat in the water until such and such a date?
It's not our lake.
Yeah.
It's not our lake, state lake.
State
It's a
lake.
state
There's no mooring
controls it.
laws
Yeah.
in state, it's not big enough.
The
The
lake
lake's
is
not big enough
Yeah.
to warrant to have mooring laws.
Is,
The town has no control over the lake.
Yeah.
never mind. Regardless, as a town, we should be able to tell our citizens when we're not monitoring the moorings. It's when you can put the boat and attach it to the mooring. Right? The boat is different.
I don't think we can even control
it's
It's a
them.
Yeah,
state way,
yeah.
so
State
it's
way.
basically telling you, it's like me telling you, you can't go out on the road chair until 8 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
Or,
It's an open waterway, so
It's a state highway,
the
essentially.
rules and regulations of the state apply.
And there's no one in the state we can appeal that to, so that we can at least keep control of that a little bit better, so that the DPW can do its job uninterfered with and not have to move those moorings. I mean, we keep shaking our head no, but has anybody checked?
This came up how many years ago?
Yeah, I
It
feel
comes
like
up
I'm,
a lot.
A lot.
This has come up before, and they have already appealed to the state, and the state said no.
They said no. Yeah.
I don't know if we can just put out a plea to the public. I mean, just please allow time
We
for,
request that you don't do this until,
is that,
That request would go at the boat launch, I guess, because that's how they get there to their mooring.
Yeah, I mean, when does the lines go out?
They don't go out before Memorial Day, it's usually just after.
Just after Memorial
Because
Day?
the water's cold. I
I
don't
was
want
gonna
to
say,
go
it's
swimming in it.
cold. It's cold out there. We're all in jackets.
Yeah, that makes it cold for a while. But one time. I had a question.
Hold on.
Is that okay to ask?
is it about the moorings?
No.
Then no, not yet. Hope.
Related question, the tree that's down at Kennett Beach, it looks like that's gonna be in the way, not Kennett, but.
Monument Beach.
Monument.
Had a lake.
It looks like that's gonna be in the way of your lines.
Is it, so,
It's still there.
who's been, I know you've communicated with the
The
owner.
home- Yep.
Dylan, has the DPW also communicated with the owner? Not at all?
That was Nicole.
Okay,
Yeah.
so,
Yep, I can tell you my last
I guess not
communication.
this 2 meetings.
We started.
We did April 28th. I was gonna bring it up again as well.
And is that a code
He said he
enforcement?
spoke to somebody at the town. I called him immediately after Chief Fell reported it, told him I would have it cleaned up once it was safe to do so. They were seemingly in no rush. And he said I told him I would do it, so no worries, and they're just waiting for it to be not, when he was here last, it was hypothermia would have been within 30 seconds or something, so he could, which was the early, second week in April. So I would assume they're gonna be out in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, can you just follow up with
Can
them?
we follow up with them?
Yeah, and I'd say if by the next
So
meeting
that
they
was
haven't even
April-
responded.
April 18th was the last.
If you remember, I was approached at my store by a young gentleman that was in contact with the owner. They were supposed to remove that when there was ice. It was in February.
Yeah.
I think at one
January,
meeting
February.
I mentioned it because everybody was, obviously it was going to be an issue. And I was told in February that would have been taken as much as they could off the ice, which would have been the ideal time to do it. And it
I
wasn't
thought so
done.
too, but I don't really
So
know.
now we're talking, this has been ongoing since at least February, if not
Yeah,
January,
last
definitely
winter.
February.
All right.
So,
If you don't mind
I
contacting
am
them,
right
give
now.
them 2 more weeks,
Yep.
and if they haven't in 2 weeks, we'll find
state-
out from.
Yeah.
I think then we gotta get over the state, because then
Okay.
we talk
The
about
state's not
what
gonna
you're
move
putting
any
in the water
faster, so.
to remove it.
Yeah.
You can't use a chainsaw with oil. and
Right.
So it's,
Okay.
I went and looked yesterday, actually. Yeah, I just walked across from the post office. And it is laying almost across the beach,
Yeah.
and it is a swim hazard. We
Well,
need to
you
get
have to
this
put lines
removed
up.
before Memorial. If not, I'm not sure if we have to mark off the beach or something, because a child can get entrapped under that, just anybody. So it has to go. We need to emphasize with the
Oh.
property owners,
I
like,
am right now.
go, please get that out of here as soon as possible.
And
Dylan.
we have beach closed signs, I can put one up until it's removed.
That's my concern, is
Yeah,
somebody
they're
getting
not
hurt,
mine.
because if you go down there and look at it,
Mm.
somebody can get trapped, under that log there. It's really blocking the beach.
All right. So back to the boat, back to the moorings. So we're not gonna put the line, the request is to put the lines out as soon as possible. That's a no, because
We'll
it's.
put them out after Memorial.
Yeah, after
Okay.
Memorial Day, so that's a no. And then it sounds like reactively, if the moorings do get in the way of the swim lines, that Bob Boyd sends a letter to the boat owner. I just didn't know if there was, so they have to get boat stickers though, don't they, to be able to launch?
yeah, stickers, yep.
Can we,
You can
Some-
always look up who it is.
yeah, and just send a notice or see, that would maybe town clerk thing? If it's, or we just have to look up, and I don't know if we
collect the address.
see who we've issued them to so far this year, and then before somebody picks one up, I guess maybe ask the town clerk to hand them a notice just saying, please do not put your moorings
In front of Nichols Beach.
Yeah, we could
beaches.
put a sign up.
At the
over
boat
there.
launch?
We
That's
could
probably
put
the
a
easiest
sign
way.
up at the clerk's office.
I'm just gonna say signs do absolutely nothing.
Especially
I
if
mean-
somebody's already, well, at the clerk's office maybe, I was gonna say, if it's at the boat launch, we're too late, right?
There's a no power loading sign at the beach, at the
Yeah.
boat launch, and everybody does it.
Everybody's doing it. Yeah.
And I'm not 100% sure, but I know of a few people that their boats are put in by a boat company. They
okay.
have them launched,
Oh,
and
yeah.
that's
They
why they
pay,
get a
they
sticker
pay.
from us to launch a boat, and they'll put them in, they'll moor them for them, so there's that boat out may not even know it's out there, I don't know, but
Alright, what's the best way to get ahead of this then?
it's just,
It seemed to work when
I think I'll go
you
with
guys
Jim
just
and
moved the
we'll ride around
mooring
check 'em
out.
all.
I plan to go out, I would have a note about it. I plan to go out like we have in the past to make sure there's people being compliant with launch permits.
mhm.
And I would think that because it is the state water, if a boat is too close to a swim line, we would just contact Marine Patrol. Like, that's their,
That's their forte.
yeah, and if it's easy enough, or if they can attempt to just lift a mooring up and move the stupid boat over,
Yeah.
let's save ourselves some time, because may not see Marine Patrol for a
Right.
day or a week or whenever.
Mhm.
How do you define too close?
When it swings around and the motor's in the swim line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen boats moored, an arm's length away from the swim lines. And the gasoline when it starts is not the best situation.
Mhm.
The only slack I'll cut boat owners is, do they know where the swim lines are gonna be?
Right. It seems like there should be a distance. Your
There
boat
should
has to
be.
be moored
Yeah.
this many feet from the swim
It's not our
line.
jurisdiction.
I recall that the mooring field by that foot of the lake beach is a deeded, someone had brought that up in the past, and it might have been someone who lives across the street from the beach area. Because there have been problems there with, you know, someone down the road coming, buying a house, putting their boat there, and then having it tampered with another person, another boater in that mooring field, vandalized essentially, and that's come up, but no one's ever been able to produce a document saying that it's a deeded mooring field. So we don't do anything to enforce it, but like I said, I would leave it to Marine Patrol to have the definitive answer to it.
Okay.
SLAM has put a lot of research into this too. I remember seeing it in one of their
Yeah.
I know
newsletters.
Marine Patrol.
Okay, you wanna reach out to
I
Marine
know,
Patrol?
Yeah,
And then we can reach out to Slam too to see if they
yeah.
have any.
I know that Ted or Doug or Dave, this was in one of the newsletters last year, or year before, because they got complaints over all the moorings just showing up. You know, a lot of boats at the beaches now.
Is Ted still the president of Slam?
I believe he is. I know he's still involved. Yeah, I can't remember. But this has been an ongoing issue with the moorings being at all the public beaches for a long time.
Do you wanna contact them too?
Who?
Slam? Because since it's the exact same issue?
What is it, repeat it, because I know him, I'm gonna ask Frank about the moorings. but
Just ask them if they have any information.
Okay.
So the deed you speak of, I believe, is property owners on the opposite side of the lake going west from the beach have in their deeds, they can maintain a boat at the beach, on the beach, but not the water.
Possibly.
That's
yeah.
how I understand it.
So you mean like a canoe or a kayak?
Yeah,
Like
Because you can't have a
stored
motorboat
kayak.
on there.
no.
No,
right.
but, yeah.
You're good.
You're good.
Yeah.
Airboat.
And I think I remember reading that in the deed, saying that they have deeded rights to leave a boat at the beach.
We could check somebody's deed from that side of the lake.
And I know past selectmen did a whole lot to try to remove those boats from
Yeah.
that area, because some had the deed and some didn't have the deed, and I know a lot of boats were removed, and I think they were placed somewhere on town property.
Can you email us just a property address or a couple of addresses that you think might have that deed, and we can look up in the Carroll County Register of Deeds to actually
Yeah.
see what their deed says.
I think if you look on, from the beach west,
Okay.
okay,
Properties on,
on
so like
the opposite
up
side
West
of the
Shore?
lake.
On the opposite side of the lake or the opposite side of
Side of
the
the
road?
Well,
Opposite side from the lake.
yeah, from the lake.
Across the street
Not,
from
not lakefront,
It'd be the
across
road,
the
like
street.
Okay, so
Right.
on, so on East Shore or
East
West
Shore.
Shore?
East Shore.
No, yeah.
Okay.
The people on East Shore Drive, I think I remember that too, back in the day.
Yeah.
The people on East Shore Drive that live across the street.
Okay.
So they wouldn't be able to have anything, some of them could put their kayak or canoe, and they always had it over in that like grassy area.
Did I say east or west?
East.
East.
You said west side of the lake.
Going
if you're
west,
on-
going towards the dead end, that's
That's
east.
east.
So that's
That's
going
east, yeah.
Okay.
I'm thoroughly confused.
Okay.
Is
From
it
there
like,
down to 113.
is it like Bob houses where they have to have their name on a boat that they leave there?
They're supposed to have
You
identification
know,
on
with
the boat.
contact
Yeah.
information, it seems
Yeah.
like that should
Yeah.
be required.
Okay.
So you know whose stuff is there and can
Right.
check, is this
Right.
someone with the deed?
Do you
I have one-
recall when all those boats were removed?
I remember hearing
I
about
believe it was Selectman Lord? No,
That was a narrow time frame. He was selecting for like 2 years.
what was his name? Stu, not Stu, but.
It was Bill
Bill
Ward.
Ward.
Bill
Bill,
Ward.
General Ward.
Yeah.
General, yeah.
Yep.
That was, he was the lead on that.
So
You
2018,
could chat with
2019.
him.
Yeah. Okay.
He'd be
Okay.
full of knowledge.
I have one more comment about swim lines. The swim lines, I don't know if it was, the water was low last year at the foot of the lake, or if the swim lines kept breaking and getting shorter. But
Yeah.
if we could put those,
The swim lines were breaking and getting shorter.
yeah, okay, because the kids were jumping off the raft and touching bottom when they hadn't before,
Yeah,
and
we've got the new swim line.
All right.
thank you very, very much. It was just, as a paranoid mom, it was a safety concern, you know, watching 30 wet kids. Hey, I can hit the bottom. Hey, just don't go head first. Thank you very much.
Feel first is pretty dangerous.
All right.
Can I ask one more thing? I think I know the answer.
Nope,
Can
you're
we-
out.
Can we in any way limit the number of moorings? Or is it because
No.
it's state water?
It's a state,
Okay.
there's something with the
Does that
lake
hit you?
size. I remember
Yeah,
the
Jim,
slam
you said
article.
something about the lake is not big enough?
It's
for-
under 1,000 acres,
Right.
water, you know, the surface, so it falls under the state. If it's over 1,000, you can regulate it or something.
Seems like it should be the opposite. It's a
Yeah.
small lake, we want to have
I
some
don't know,
limits
but
here.
the state controls
Okay.
the access, so.
Okay.
Are you gonna have more conversation about the beach, so I could ask a question, or is that gonna be at a different meeting?
I think this was, well, ask your question.
All right.
Go for it.
I've been here on this subject before. The outhouses, what do you call them? The
Porta
porta
potties.
potties. In the past, both of them were on the same side of the road,
Where?
right behind the
At Foot?
bathhouse. At the, yeah, I'm talking about East Shore Drive.
Yeah,
And that was very safe.
that's where they were last year.
And then I thought one was across the street.
And,
And it was not safe because kids had to go across the street. They had one behind the bathhouse and one in that little parking lot.
Yeah,
Yes,
did.
they did.
yeah, no, I recall though, having been there, I don't know, past couple of years, I do recall there being two.
Well, there were-
Right next to the bathhouse, because you walk in, they're behind that little fence, and you walk in, you have choice right or left.
Well,
There were two
I
back there
use
at
them
certain
a
points.
lot, okay? Because I'll stay down there and drink a ton of water. And there was water information. And there was for a while, I think it was after COVID, there was only one, and I came here, and there was never toilet paper, and but that's in the past. Then there were two, but one was, and so I had to always go across the street with my grandkids.
What I hear is they're not gonna do that.
No, we're not doing
Okay.
There's
that.
only
No,
gonna
we
be
have it.
two, they're gonna be on the
Okay,
bathhouse side of the road.
that, you're making me very happy.
We have
Lucia
one.
is so
You
on
beat
top
us
of
to the
that, she's
punch
got a
for-
spreadsheet.
For old business, it's not on the agenda, but this is old
Yeah,
business.
we-
All right.
We did
Porta
order,
potty
the
list
Porta
that
Johns
we
were
want.
ordered, Linda?
Well, there's
No.
more, there's more info.
No.
Not really.
They weren't ordered yet because you gotta pick one.
Oh, okay, that's right.
All right, I'm
Okay.
sorry to take your
But
time.
No,
we're working
that's
on
But
it.
it's a safety
Well,
thing.
I don't know why there
Yeah.
would be
We'll hold it to
basically a potty in a field. That makes sense.
All
They
right,
were trying to make it.
Okay.
Who's next?
moving on.
It's eventually.
All right,
will be
so
there.
next item is old business, and we have porta potties.
Porta
Oh, wait.
It's not on there, but we got the paving bid openings.
Oh, yes, thank you. Do you have the paying bits? There they are. Okay, we'll do that next. That's old business. Okay. How are we gonna do it?
Handling everybody, guys.
Yep, everybody
Here's
gets one.
Pass one down, that's fine.
All right, I guess we'll do that now. So we are opening
four.
The sealed
Four
bids
paving bids.
for the warrant article to do the three warrant articles to do the paving and chip sealing in the various roads around town that are on that map that's hanging up there.
So, one of the envelopes, I don't know who had it.
Don't
I went
mention
to get that and tore the whole place apart. Oh my goodness.
Aren't you glad we have cameras now?
Yeah, my kids are gonna be replay on that one.
There's 3 paving bids for the road paving, and there's one envelope, I don't know who got it, that 2 of the, one bid for the crack sealing and one for the chip sealing was accidentally opened, so they were, but they ended up being the only ones that gave a bid anyway. So I don't know who got that.
No, I have,
So Joe's got them.
I have the chip seal and,
crack
the
seal.
seal coat bid,
Yeah.
yeah.
And this is basically the pink, purple, and aqua this time. I think that's what's being done for the roads that are being done for the chip sealing.
Except for down like.
Right,
the
not,
short
yeah,
road,
not the dark one, but the,
Yeah.
okay? Okay, so this was part of a,
That's paving, yeah.
that's part of another bid, or no, just,
That's one paving bid. There's, should be Bryant, Pike, and R&D for the road, for Mooney Hill and Town Line.
okay, so,
There's a crack seal bid.
yep,
There's a,
Chip seal.
yes, chip seal bid, and there's a paving bid.
okay.
So there's 3 paving bids and 1 crack seal bid and 1 chip seal bid.
All right, I have a paving bid. Let's look at paving bids first, please. You have a paving bid?
I do.
I do too.
All right. No, Joe?
Joe's got the other 2.
No, I have the chip seal and the seal, the crack filling, seal coating.
All right. Do you want to read yours first?
No, let me process for a second. Sorry.
Okay. Oh, that's right. She does this for a living.
Mine came from R&D paving for a grand total of the 3 places that we want to have paved. It's $225,160.45.
What was that for specifically?
You say that again?
225, 160.45.
Do we have a copy of the warrant articles so we can remember
This is
How
for
much?
all 3.
what each line item was?
Yeah, it's
This
already,
is-
okay, yeah.
Deer Drive.
Yeah, just to
Mooney Hill, and
compare
Town
to
Line.
our
Okay.
bid
So you should have all
prices.
3 too. Yep.
I do.
So you have grand total of down
You
there.
have him read that.
Yeah, Justin, if you could read what.
Did you call him
I
Justin?
am.
Did you call him
I am.
Justin?
You know why I said Justin? I said Dylan or Justin on the bid. So, excuse me, I apologize.
Those are little highlighters.
Okay.
Did these go out as apples to apples?
Yep.
This
Yeah,
exact,
okay,
yeah.
just checking.
This is the exact form.
All right, I
that
didn't know
all
if they
three-
made it up or we made it up. That's what I want to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So, who's gonna read the next one, me or you?
So how much was the
So get the
warrant
warrant
article for
article
paving?
first.
Okay, this was
How much
Article.
did they add up to?
All right, it was Article 10 to raise and appropriate 363,563. Oh, sorry, that was
That was the
Separate
plow
one.
truck. Yeah.
130.
I was like, wow. That
12. Sorry, it was $260,700 for paving of town roads, including but not limited to Mooney Hill Road, Town Line Road, and Deer Drive.
Okay.
So $260,700.
Okay. All right. So you got R&D.
I have R&D.
For a total of 225, 160, 45.
Yeah.
I have Bryant paving, for a total of $263,901.05. And you have,
I have Pike Industries, and they are $241,270.
Even?
Even, they don't want the cents.
They don't want to.
They have enough.
okay,
Um,
I'm just kind of
yeah,
comparing
me
the
too. The
more
price per
specific
ton
ones.
is what I'm looking at. What do you
Okay.
get?
Joe doesn't get to look at any yet.
I got 108.75.
Well, we're
Per
just looking
ton?
at some of the more specific numbers.
563 tons, they got 570, they got 1067, we got 1045, and 324 and 322.
Can I ask a question of you guys that are holding these? Can we add up the tons that your total on yours, mine and yours?
I still think
So we know how much asphalt we're getting?
we should let the DPW guys look at this too,
Oh,
before we do anything.
And
oh, yeah.
Yeah,
we need to confirm that the scope being proposed on each bid is what we asked for in Article 12?
We wrote it,
It
right?
is.
I know,
Yeah,
but
Dylan-
did they respond to that and make sure that
Yep, this
it's
is-
Mooney Hill, Town Line, and Deer
Yeah, you
Drive?
can't see it, but all these
I
three
can't, yeah,
forms
that's
are
what I'm saying,
completely
'cause-
identical.
Okay, all right.
Because
That's what I'm
Dylan
asking.
created this form
Which I appreciate.
based on the warrant article,
For sure.
and yeah,
All right,
sent it out.
perfect, yeah,
So-
sorry, I
That's
couldn't.
R&D's tonnage,
Okay, could you write that in the corner of yours?
1930.
1961.
2125. It's kind
How
of
did they
weird.
come in lower then?
That's their cost per
They're in the
ton.
middle.
Price per ton was lower.
Okay.
Pike?
Yeah.
He has
No,
Pike. R&D is the
R&D
low.
came in with 1,930 ton.
Yeah, and I have
Are
2,125
they-
ton. And what was yours?
1,961.
Are these firm fixed price bids, considering the price of asphalt is going up, daily with the prices of oil? Did they put a
Terms and
cap on it? Yeah.
conditions. We.
I would say this is an increased price for asphalt.
Well, we have to
that we're-
accept within 30 days or they'll be repriced.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, that's what I'm asking, is it, how long's the price
30
bid?
days.
Is it firm fixed price?
Typically, they're 30. I would like, what
DPW to review.
what you just said, DPW. That's what, but writing the tons, I think gives
What's
them.
my name?
Yeah.
Yeah, what
You
is
just
it?
said-
Come
You,
on.
got it.
Jim!
You're on,
Oh my
you're
God.
on camera,
Wait,
thank
I
you.
was afraid to say the wrong name because
I know, that's why I was
name.
waiting.
Like,
Come on.
We're losing it, I'm telling you.
You're gonna
Okay.
pick on him, you're
Yeah,
gonna.
pick it
Can
on
I
me, yeah.
ask a question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have criteria on which you're gonna base your selection? Are you doing best, cheapest, best value?
Well,
What's the criteria for selection?
I personally want the DPW to look at this. That's why I added
I
the amount of
understand.
tons to see what we're getting for the money.
So you're talking best value?
Yeah.
I want that. I would assume we're all out for best value.
Well,
Correct me if I'm wrong.
that's
quality.
not always the
And
case when
quality.
it
And
comes
best
to
quality.
contracting. Sometimes you go lowest
Cheapest,
price.
no matter what, right?
Right.
Yeah, not
So
cheapest no matter what.
I'm asking what the select board has decided they will use as a selection criteria.
I think your best value, 'cause especially when it comes to your roads.
Yep, 100%. I mean, we're at almost 200 tons less from the highest to the lowest.
So,
How many ton difference?
200 from the
200?
highest to the lowest. 195, yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of asphalt. So they're proposing, I'm not sure what bidder,
But
but,
they also came in as the middle price.
Yeah. So
they're
based on
they're gonna
their
put down
tonnage.
less
I'm gonna put price in here, 'cause
asphalt.
I don't think
The way
it
I'm
is.
understanding it, the bidders that Jim has are putting down less asphalt, is that
Less
correct?
tonnage.
200 tons.
Yeah.
less
That
tonnage. Yeah.
sounds,
No, that's why we wanna make sure we're
We don't
comparing
wanna
the
take
scope
the
of work
cheapest.
here. Yeah,
that's why.
that's the thing.
So I would like the DPW to talk about it and then get back to us with their thoughts. That's okay?
But, do we wanna wait 2 weeks, is the only thing.
We have, what, 30
The
days?
plant isn't even open yet. Opens the 18th.
Cause that's where I saw him paving in Ossipee.
All right, Dylan, what are your
They
thoughts
brought it
on,
from South.
Yeah, what do you
Okay.
think?
on waiting until you reviewing this over the next 2 weeks?
I would review it tomorrow.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So do we need a motion to?
I would say,
Sign out of
once we
session.
Sign out of session?
once
All
we
right.
decide, yeah, I would say sign, get something on,
Okay.
Yeah,
On the
sign
books.
it immediately.
get it
All right.
on the
So
books,
I'll make
yeah.
that motion to
Sign out of
let the
session.
DPW, and then we will sign a contract out of session, or award a contract out of session.
We'll give a
Second.
recommendation and you guys
Yep.
ultimately have the decision.
I don't see why we can't.
Yeah. I
Awarding a
second.
contract out of session, I'm not sure you can do that. I think it has to be a public.
Can we post a meeting
You're
like
Well, then
for
we
Friday
have
or
to,
something?
You're obligating town funds.
Yeah.
Okay, then we can
Yeah, we
post a
just
meeting for
do-
Friday.
Could we meet on Friday? We'll post.
I won't be here, but Jake.
No, but we'll
Jake-
post it
Jake
and then we can
We
have
should be
a
able to.
public
We can do it in the
meeting,
afternoon.
Friday afternoon.
Yeah, we'll be here. I've already got in here.
or
Jake's
Thursday.
helping me with the project, so.
Oh,
we'll be
okay,
here on
whatever,
Friday
okay,
afternoon.
all right. No, whatever day works out best, sooner seems
Yeah, I
better
just
than
don't think
later,
we gotta
right?
wait 2 weeks to give it.
Okay.
Because we
Fair
wanna get
enough.
on their schedule.
Yeah, we wanna
Yeah.
make sure we
Fair enough.
get on the paving schedule.
We're not in the.
All right,
Or
so
Or what we
Friday.
could do is
Yeah.
have him look at it right now, and before the end of the meeting, have him give your recommendation.
All right, let's see if,
You wanna talk to Justin and.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Talk to
they,
the
I
crew.
think that's
With the
more
crew.
than one.
Okay.
But I'll give them to him right now for sure.
Okay.
So we'll post a meeting for Friday.
yeah,
Afternoon, maybe.
what time, do you work on Fridays?
I am, I'm the only one.
Yeah. Is that
5:30, but. well, we-
6, so you're not racing to get here in traffic and
Yeah.
all of that?
Whatever.
Well, you were made at
whatever.
5:30 last time.
Yeah, 5:30 was okay.
Yeah,
5 was
just-
tough, 'cause
5
I
was,
closed
yeah,
at
5 is not
5.
possible.
Right.
Alright, so
No,
we'll,
don't kill
we'll do
yourself getting up from
a
Mouse
meeting
at
for Friday at 5:30.
Yeah,
To
he might be able to
go.
give you advice by the end of the meeting.
All right, we'll see what.
Alright,
Justin
we'll
says.
see what he does.
I believe in him.
Okay.
We all do.
We do have a bid for the filling of the cracks.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, and
Can you
it
pass
was
that down?
Article 13 was $25,500 for crack filling of town roads, including but not limited to High Street. Okay, we did receive a bid from JLP Seal Coat, 40 Union Lake Road, Barrington, New Hampshire. Attention, Dylan or Justin, that's where the Justin came from. Clean out debris from all quarter-inch plus wide cracks. Seal all quarter-inch wide plus crack seams at street with Deary PLS hot apply crack sealant. Quantity 15.9. I'm not sure what the quantity is. The rate is 0.75. The total bid was $11,925.
Wow.
So it's under half of what the warrant
Yeah,
article
so I
was.
put that out, actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 different companies, and we got one back.
Yeah, JLP Seal Coat. Have
Yeah.
we ever worked with this company in the
Nope.
past?
Actually, the budget number, the place we got the budget number from, didn't even give a bid.
Oh, he didn't bid?
That's weird.
Okay,
Mhm.
Pricey stuff has gone up.
I was gonna say.
Can't do it.
Yeah.
Payment is due in full, date of service, cash or check to JLP Seal Coat.
Data
And
service.
this is
service.
crack sealing, the scope of the work is crack sealing for all of High Street. That's what we asked for, right? Okay, just confirming.
But
But
is
wow,
that-
that's,
Is that seal coat too, or no?
no,
just-
that's
just
a,
crack.
we have a
So
separate
nobody-
bid. Yeah,
Oh, we have a separate one, okay.
yeah. That is just to fill the cracks on High Street.
We might have to work with them on that payment thing, but I'm sure
I'm sure they did.
Yeah.
I'm sure within towns,
Wow,
when
that's,
businesses, when they do a business, they wanna check when they leave.
Does that seem like a reasonable price considering it's half of what
We've
the other
never
company
done it,
thought it
so
would be?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's,
Wow.
I'm not sure.
In a long time, anyway.
And what's your other one do?
Okay, this was Article 11. It's $134,000 for chip sealing of town roads, including but not limited to East Madison Road, Pound Road, Colby Hill Road, Greenwood Road, Danforth Lane, Heritage Road, and Peak Vista Lane. And we received one bid, and it's from All States Construction, and they're in Sunderland, Mass. Conventional chip seal. They came in, their total bid was $133,771.67. Peak Vista Road double chip seal, the cost is $26,410.27. Pound Road is $25,492.99. East Madison Road, they're gonna pay chip seal from 113 to Pound Road. It's $18,189.33. Colby Hill Road is $25,688.44. Danforth Lane is $27,299.96. Greenwood is $7,379.84. And Heritage, he's including Heritage. Did I have a Heritage on there? Yes, I did, Heritage Road. Okay. $3,310.78.
Small.
Again, estimated quantity is 33,937. I assume, yeah, that's length and width, so that's square feet. And again, it's 133,771.67, which is
Just done.
just under, it's $200 under what the article value was.
Does it say square feet, or usually rows are in square?
Yeah, because it says length and width, then it says estimated quantity.
Yeah, usually that's done in yards for roads. That's
Yeah,
right. And
so they're-
33,000 sounds low.
Here, take a look then, you're an estimator for paving.
That's who all of our chip seal has been through. They're the only one in the.
They're the only
Yeah.
one that does that kind of work. Yeah.
This company?
All
Yes.
state,
And the good thing is the chip seal that's left over, it's happened before, it's nice, we can mix it in with the winter sand for the winter time, so like ice storms, it freezes to the dirt roads and gives more traction. So it's dual purpose.
Do you wanna glance at either of these, or are you good with what we?
I'm good with it.
Okay.
Okay.
They've been a great company to work with, the roads have held up really good.
Okay.
So,
I would make a motion to
Motion to
take
accept
both of
those.
those two.
Alright, you gotta,
Okay, I make a motion that we accept the bid from All States Construction for the conventional chip sealing at $133,771.61, and the bid from JLP Seal Coat for $11,925.
Second.
just as long as we vet a vendor that we haven't used before.
Yeah, that's, my only concern, that if you wanna follow up with them, is, you know, that they came in half under what the other company estimated the job would cost. Just make sure they fully understand the scope of the work, or what you're expecting. Because they did specify cracks greater than 1/4 inch wide, so.
So I went off of what was quoted for the budget numbers, everything that was quoted, that's exactly what for the scope of work, that's exactly what I gave every company,
Cool.
Okay.
so.
Alright, so
Motion second.
second, all in favor?
Aye.
Yeah, just double check
Yeah,
vendor references or whatever.
yeah, just make sure that,
You could just Google, see.
make
what
sure
they-
you're
their
comfortable
rating.
with the work they're gonna do, that's all.
Bids.
You know, that, you know.
Oh, yeah.
They meet your expectations, okay.
Actually helped with this.
Huh?
I helped with this.
Oh, okay. Well, then you should know.
Yeah. Alright, porta potties. Do you wanna speak to them, or I can speak to them?
Go for it.
Alright, so we have, obviously we put out porta potties every year at different locations. Burkefield Historic Society, foot of the lake, boat ramp, Nichols Beach, head of the lake, Monument Beach. And then, upon request of the public, we are putting one out again at Kennett Beach. Under pressure at a meeting, probably, I think it was a month ago, we put 2 out at Burkefield already. They weren't, a vendor was cited, they aren't the vendor we normally use, but we went with that name. And I regret giving into that pressure, but, so we have 3 vendors now, 3 different estimates from 3 different vendors, and one of them is half price of the other 2, and my understanding is that is who we have been using the past couple years.
Yeah.
Yep. No delivery fees, include weekly cleaning. So makes sense to me to go with who we have been cleaning, who we have been using, at half price.
Well, a quick question, a comment, I just wanna follow up with what Linda said a few minutes ago. She said that the restrooms weren't being maintained, right? There was no toilet paper and stuff, that was several years ago?
It was several years ago.
Yeah, we changed vendors since
Okay,
then.
just wanna
Yeah.
make sure that, you
Yeah,
know,
because what happens is, you know, the kids, it's not good for the lake to have people not
Mhm.
using toilet
Yeah.
paper
Yeah.
when they go swim to pollute the water. And I think it's a lot busier. I know in the past it's been Mondays that they come and empty them, and
okay.
so anyways, they implied that it was during COVID or after COVID and people were stealing the toilet paper out of them. I don't care what
Jeez, okay. All right.
I don't care, I just want it to be there.
All right.
That's all.
No, I just wanna make sure that we're getting the service that we expect, right?
Yes,
That-
we
that
do
they're-
want a good
They're cleaned
service.
and, you know,
So,
maintained.
Yeah.
so do you
Okay.
wanna make a motion to approve
What,
that?
what
same
company
one?
was this?
The one on the left on the bottom.
It's
Um,
highlighted on the top.
I think decision, are we gonna pull the 2 at Burkefield?
That's the
They're-
other one.
Yeah,
So it's clean restroom rentals and the total cost is $4,880.
yeah, for all 10, for the rest
Wow,
of the
okay.
season.
And that's for all seasons?
That's all 10.
Price
for the whole rest of the
includes
season.
weekly cleanings,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah.
So I guess we're gonna get rid of the ones that are there now and replaced them, because
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
that much of a savings.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'll make the motion to go with that company.
Thank you,
You're welcome.
Jim.
All in favor? Or second?
Second.
Who's seconding?
Nicole, or Nicole had her hand up
Nicole.
first.
All in favor, aye.
All in favor?
I don't even know that we need
It
to,
should be the total, I think it should be the same.
going forward. Yeah.
This should have gone out for bid, and so this is a replacement for going out for bid. So yes, you do have to do this.
Okay. Our purchasing policy, I thought was like, oh no, it's over 5,000, it's over 3,000 or whatever it is for, yep,
All right.
okay,
Grand scheme of
Did
yep, done.
this.
All right, any other old business? No? All right, selectmen's list?
All right. Now I have to find my paper in the middle of here.
Nope, don't lose that. We're gonna send that right back down to Lucia. Mad TV.
Oh, well, the conservation board didn't meet on Thursday. I didn't know that. I was there to meet, but only Mark Olson and I showed up, so that was canceled. So I didn't have anything for them, but maybe, I'm glad Chief's here, I can ask you a question. I had a request. I took some time in April to clean up some of 113 because it was driving me insane how much garbage. I had a request by a resident that stopped by, and what would be the protocol if we could put signs on the road about littering on the state road, like, because I know you just went through this with the state. Maybe you could tell me, in case the town, maybe the conservation board would like to invest in those for about littering.
Yeah, you'd have to I
Like the state.
make it sound easy when I say contact DOT, but,
Yeah,
contact DOT,
our local, her name's Nicole, I think.
You would have to
actually.
contact the sign, division.
Oh, sorry.
There's, and they would probably have some sort of formula of where they're allowed to put them.
Okay.
I mean, the only reason I got them so easy was because Dylan, there's a guy who lives in town who is the foreman for District 3 in Tamworth. And
Okay.
he put in a back
Door deal.
door knock for me.
Yeah, and do we have
Leveraged
a,
networking.
That's what it is.
For town roads, you can
Yeah, I
do
know.
whatever you want.
Yeah, I know that, but I just figured the entrances into town, and 113 was
Yeah.
really bad. 41 was pretty bad too, and I didn't know if we had a deterrent fine for that.
It's unlawful activities is the actual RSA for littering. But,
Okay.
I
know
But I
sometimes.
mean, you could, if you wanted to find a generous property owner who wanted to put a sign, that's the other thing, you can't put a sign in the right of way for DOT. You'd have to get their permission to put it in. But if you had,
Coleman's
yeah, or
approval
town,
or something.
yeah, or if you had town property where you could put up your own sign. You know, a lot of towns, you go down south, they say, oh, keep our
Madison beautiful.
our town clean.
Yeah.
I,
It was just a request, and Dylan's telling me signs don't work, but I don't know. I'm just trying to like walk the line. It was so bad. There was so
How many
much
people
garbage.
listen to stop signs?
according to the state, they go stale.
Yeah.
Is the term.
Okay.
So.
According
Much
to
like
the
the speed limit
newspaper, when they
sign.
sell you an ad, they're like, repetition is your friend. But
I can park the radar the sign
sign,
trailer
yeah.
out. I mean, I could put that out.
maybe once in a while, if you're allowed to do that, you can just say,
Yeah.
something like that. I'm sure we could come up with all sorts of AI messages. So that was one thing. Yeah, that was one thing. I would say the winner. It was typically always, the PBRs and the Budweisers. This time it's
That was the nips.
no, it was in my district. It was Sierra Nevada. Hundreds of them.
Wow.
It's expensive.
Say,
Yeah.
upscale.
Yeah.
That's why we're keeping them
hundreds.
What is that?
So,
Sierra Nevada Pale
It's a
Ale.
beer.
Okay.
and I guess my last thing would be I took the ad that was previously run for the Land Use Board Administrator position and kind of reworked it so it flowed a little bit more, and I didn't know if you guys wanted to.
Lucia's got, I think.
Oh, because the other one was a little repetitive.
Well, do we want to go into this now? I have something for you to look at.
We'll
Okay.
go through the selectmen's list first.
All right, so that was just one thing. I was just trying to get that out because Colleen is on borrowed time and I wanna get somebody hired and trained.
Did you read the minutes that, oh no, you weren't there.
I wasn't there,
Catch
that's
you
all.
up.
Okay, catch me up later.
Anything else?
Nope, that was it, those are my things.
All right. My thing, I want to thank the fire department and the crew for taking care of East Madison Road during that crazy weather. Big tree came down. They cleared it and kept us going around and not back through it. So thank you to Chief and the fire department. Date and time of the next meeting. Jake has a conflict. I have a conflict. He suggested Monday, that's Memorial Day. I don't think anybody wants to have a meeting on that Monday. So I don't know if you guys want to get back to Lucia over the next week or so and check your calendars to see what dates you might have available that week, or whether or not you just want to hash it out right now. We're supposed to meet on Tuesday the 26th, Monday the 25th is Memorial Day. Did Jake send you his availability? He was going to. Not yet, okay. So I have time Thursday and Friday of that week. I think Jake only had
Yeah, I'd have to go. on
Friday or
Monday.
something. All right, yeah, so when you guys know your availability for 27, 28, 29, kindly send that to Lucia. All right, that's all I had.
I didn't have anything, but Jake got a hold of me today. He had a couple of emails come in that he just wanted me to address a little bit of it, what I can for him. And going back through the meetings, the minutes that I wasn't here, I guess we hired contracted, I should say, a bookkeeping company, and he received an email from somebody, he never did tell me, on who vetted that company, do they have municipal backgrounds, how long are they how long is the contract for? Was that discussed in that meeting? Because I wasn't here.
Yeah, I mean, how long it was for, yes, they have experience not with municipal, but with many other reputable companies.
Okay.
They have extreme experience with QuickBooks, and that was discussed.
Okay.
What was the other thing that you had said?
Who vetted it, I guess? Who?
Yeah, that I did.
You did it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
That's
it's
just,
under my department, so yes.
that's just what he I guess he got an email questioning about
Okay.
the company and how it was hired, how they were hired. Second one was Kate's position, which we're gonna go to, I guess. And then the third one was just the updates on the websites, and apparently that's on your list to do.
Yeah, I just got access today, so we
Okay.
were doing it today.
Okay. It's
If you
been
could-
a while for the
If you
agendas
saw
and
the
meetings.
times
Yep.
got updated on the website finally, because we finally got access.
So that was from Jake.
Cool.
And that's it.
Okay, I'll start, Mike and I, we had a quick turnaround fire department grant. It was from State Farm Insurance and the National Volunteer Fire Association. $10,000 per rural fire department. It's $1.5 million from State Farm Insurance for rural, low population towns with 100% volunteer fire department, which we qualify. So Mike and I, Danita Dudley helped. We had 2 days or something crazy to get this thing in. We got it in for $10,000. It was 2 sets of fighter turnout equipment, helmet, jacket, pants, boots, and then some portable carbon monoxide, like body-worn detectors for the firefighters. Again, last year 2 towns, volunteer fire departments in New Hampshire and 3 or 4 in Maine got this grant. We don't know. I put Mike and Lucia as the contact, so hopefully, if we get the $10,000, that would be a good thing. Secondly, I just got a couple of community things I wanted to share quickly. This coming Saturday is the Madison Garden Club annual plant sale out in front of the school from 9 to 12. Get there early because they do sell out pretty quick. That's their big thing. Last Saturday, our community garden committee group got together at Burkefield. They did their seedling plants. And
They're not a committee,
they're
they're
a separate group.
They're their own group, yeah.
The community garden, group, I guess what I'll call them.
Community garden.
They had a little demo of their beds they want to set up, that type of thing. So that's moving forward. They are looking into the insurance and that type of thing to, get the beds and everything set up in time for growing season. But I think they're going to participate in the plant sale as well. They're going to have an information thing up there. And I wanted to quickly follow up. Earlier today, Sharon and I spoke about Memorial Day and the importance of Memorial Day. And let me find my notes. And I asked Sharon, I said, how many people from Madison have served in the military that are on the memorial and that type of thing? Sharon, there's actually a plaque that used to be at Madison Baptist Church. So people from the Madison area, prior to 1852, we were part of what? Freedom? Eden. But it goes back to the Revolutionary War through current day. And I know that, there's several people from Madison currently serving. Jocelyn Cox. And my son's serving in 3rd Infantry Division in Georgia. So, the service to our country from Madison, citizens goes back 250 years. And, I think it's important that we put out our wreath and that type of thing. Michael, are we gonna have the parade this year to the cemeteries and things?
As far as I know.
Okay, yeah, I haven't seen anything posted. I just wanted to follow through on that. And my last quick topic is on Memorial Day. Actually, it's a tradition with the Madison Fire Department is the breakfast at 9 o'clock.
Is that at the firehouse or at the school?
Yeah, at the fire department.
So that's, I guess it's by donation, but I think they're asking for $10 or donations.
Yeah, it's really put on by the old Home Week Committee. They use the fire station.
Can I ask you a question about that? What time is the breakfast?
It starts at 9 a.m. according to,
So
I
what
saw it
time
on
is the
Facebook.
parade? Because it used to go by at 9, that's why, that's confusing.
It's a touchy subject with me.
Okay.
Because
Well, I'm gonna touch because I want to be outside.
the events, we have 2 major cemeteries in Madison. The Lyman Cemetery, the veterans always meet up there at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Mhm.
And whoever the pastor of the church always participates. We've always had support from the American Legion, but that's dwindled over the years, etc. But there's not much pomp and circumstance. We do try to get buglers from the high school, at least 2 taps and a ceremony up there, and that's at 8 o'clock. 9 o'clock is when the ceremonial events occur at Gilman Cemetery, which is obviously the biggest cemetery in town. And that's where my problem lies with starting the breakfast at 9 o'clock.
Okay.
But I was outvoted.
All right, that's
Okay,
why
I
it was
wasn't sure where the
confusing.
time came from.
Because in my military experience, it's like you don't start eating until the job's done. So
Right.
once the parade gets back and we do the ceremony at the memorial, then you could start. But they felt that we were losing, people were showing up early just for the breakfast, and because they weren't serving, we didn't get the money from them. So they want to start the breakfast early. So in fact, they're going to be serving breakfast while whoever attends the events at Gilman Cemetery are down there, and then we intend to, based on participation, march back as we always have.
And continue.
And then, so hopefully there's food left when the veterans get back.
What's the time frame, the usual time frame for Gilman? 9 to approximately?
9 to complete.
Is that like, is that
Well,
an hour, an hour?
it depends on the number of people that are there. It takes a
fast they
while
can
to cover the ground to make sure all of the markers are decorated
Yeah.
appropriately.
I love that.
And then the
band?
pastor always has a prayer, and
Mhm.
then we'll just form up a parade, so to speak, and march back.
And the Kennett Band plays?
They're invited to attend. Some years they have, most years they have, some years they haven't been able to.
Linda?
Okay.
So is there, my question, my question is, so unfortunately, he was outvoted, so there's a committee that does this, and they are the ones that out. It just seems disrespectful to me that the veterans, I don't
Only committee, and
understand.
I think most of them are veterans, aren't they?
I don't understand why, like, when my kids were little, it seemed like we all went to the cemetery, then we all marched back, and then there was breakfast. I just feel like we should be being respectful of the veterans, and it's just an opinion for maybe another year. So Mike, I don't know if
I would say attend this year and voice that concern when you get there.
all right, I apologize, but this just does not, whoever is watching, this does not seem right to me.
I don't think there's any intent to be
No.
disrespectful. It was
Yeah.
literally trying to capture the,
That's wrong. Trying to capture the money is wrong. I'm
Make it a
saying.
brunch.
No, but it's important we remember the true meaning of Memorial Day.
Yes.
It's not the first day of, summer. It's to honor the people who have served our country.
well, who have
Fallen.
fallen.
They've fallen, yes,
Yes.
killed in
Think about
battle.
it.
Memorial, the Veterans Day is for those of us that are still
This,
alive.
it used to be called Decoration Day. It goes back to the Civil War, May 5th, 1868. General John A. Logan, via a General Order Number 11, declared Decoration Day as the end of May. And in 1971, it was changed to Memorial Day, and it shifted to the last Monday of May. Again, it's, it was, the original intent was to honor the unprecedented number of casualties from the Civil War by placing flowers on the graves in both the North and South. So again, let's remember the true meaning of Memorial Day, and it's more than a pancake breakfast. I think the cemetery, as Michael and Linda brought out, should be the focus of our honoring our people that were killed in battle.
Which brings us back to honoring them with wreath.
Yes, we need to follow up with that wreath.
Tradition, is it the Veterans Committee, or do you know who usually, your name came to mind for obvious reasons, putting the wreath
Well,
out?
it was
for
always
Memorial Day?
donated by Brian at Hills Florist, who has left us this year.
Yeah.
So I'll have to look into how we're gonna accomplish that.
Well, Sharon brought up
And we spoke
a,
about buying a
getting
renewable.
a fake one that could be reused after years.
Sharon, do you wanna?
With that, we can store
I mean, I
it
can
and
work with you to show you options and stuff. I mean, I wouldn't want it to be a cheesy thing.
No, absolutely,
obviously
100%
but
not. It's
But
just
something that,
reusable.
that is appropriate, patriotic, and
Mhm.
could be used for other.
Yeah.
Okay. And lastly.
The flowers look fabulous this year, and they
Yeah,
haven't
they
even
did.
done anything yet.
No, the daffodils and everything that were out last week or so were
Whatever the
beautiful.
perennials that they put out,
Oh, yeah.
they came in
Very
very,
nice.
Robustly.
yeah.
They look good.
No, I mean, it was amazing, because usually they have a big clean up, hoe out and everything. Nobody's been here yet, and they look great.
Mhm.
Is that the garden club that maintains
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. And just my last thing, and involves Sharon Schilling as well. Just a reminder, the next Madison Advisory Budget Committee is on Tuesday, May 19th at 6 p.m. right here. So please attend the Budget Committee if you can.
You ready?
Okay, we're ready.
Administrative list.
All right. This is from Chad, a note from Chad about a late abatement that we got.
Okay.
And you all can discuss what you want to do with it.
don't have to read all this. Do you want to
Yeah.
take time to read it now or do it?
Does it require a vote of the board or a signature?
It just requires you to decide what you want to do.
Okay, then that does. Then that's a yes. I'll let you give a chance. And then,
Oh, if you want to keep going, I
Yeah.
have more.
Yeah.
This is just a permit application from Environmental Services. I don't even know what this is about. You gave it to me.
Oh, it's just a copy of property owner in town requested a permit by notification. It's a process. They're basically adding beach sand in front of their property. And this is just it's an official document through DES. A copy, when I get it, a copy goes to the select board, the planning board, and conservation. So this is just
Just
your
an FYI.
courtesy copy.
No action required.
No action
No,
required.
you just
Okay.
look at it.
Just so you know.
Speaking of looking at, we got a notice from the state fire marshal's office about if our town is going to allow fireworks.
We don't for the 4th of July, but we do for Old Home.
It's
Well,
just,
you have an ordinance. What they're looking for is, do you intend in this fiscal calendar year to change your ordinance? That's what
Oh.
they're looking for.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
They know what our ordinance is, and they want to know if we're going to have any changes.
Are we all set for the Old Home Week fireworks? And, in accordance with the state?
Or if we
Yeah,
have
only
them, they'll be
changes, okay.
in accordance with.
All right, just, as long as we're in compliance, or,
Yep.
This is another FYI. That's for Mike. Tax collector dates.
Well, that's just a copy of my report to the DRA.
Does this requires no action, the fireworks? It's
No.
just- Okay.
Not if they change.
Only if you were going to make a change to the ordinance, they're asking to be notified.
And then this is from the generator connection and the quoted work that they have to complete for this year. If they want to if we want to continue working with them. I think we've worked with them for the past 4 or 5 years.
They put it in,
Since
right?
we put it in.
Well, yeah, and we rolled them all under one umbrella for a service agreement.
okay,
And I'm not sure what that is, but they
the
came last
total
week.
cost is $2,350.
Is that for the next year?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yes.
We already signed the contract for this last
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Right, and they came and did all the work last week.
Yeah.
And so we have to make sure that that's our budget. Our budget was higher this year because of the maintenance
We
costs.
pushed
that were
something
due.
from,
Last year. So this is for the upcoming year?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, so just have to note that for the,
Yeah, labor, cooling system service, everything, 2-hour resistive load bank test.
For budget purposes? Okay.
copies, we need to sign a copy. Do you want us to sign this?
Sure.
And Mike has to certify that he sent it to us, the least we can do is
Yes. Yes.
Initial it.
sign that. He gave it to us.
It's just for budget?
I'm gonna send it back down for you guys to sign.
Okay.
Jim.
Oh, thank you.
And Mike, you've had a chance to review this? The generator connection, sorry.
no, I hadn't got,
Okay.
I didn't know they sent it.
Well, they,
Do you wanna take a peek at it?
No, it's okay. I know it's the annual maintenance agreement for the next year.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that was, because
that's-
you've been the point person on those. I think that's under your emergency management director hat.
Yep. Just have to make sure we plug that into the budget worksheet, that's all.
Yeah. Okay. And the quote is good? 2,350? And that's for
I
all?
mean, that's what they're bidding for, labor,
Right.
parts,
Well, I think they're just.
maintenance stuff, yeah.
yeah.
How many units is that? DPW,
One,
town
two,
hall?
3, 4.
This is for fall maintenance.
And I'm not sure, I don't think, the library always does their own thing, so I don't think their generator is included, even though they have the same company. Perhaps
I think
that.
they serviced them the same day, but it was not, it's under a different contract.
Right.
Okay.
So it's 4 for the town.
So this is still for this year, though?
So I think what happened, I can't remember exactly what it says on the email. But I think they were continuing on as normal for the first part of the year because of the change of people. They didn't want to push us to like do anything quickly, so they just kind of continued on with the same budget as last time, and then.
Well, maybe we can just follow up with them this
Yeah.
week
Yeah.
because they just did,
Make this
Yeah.
down.
they just did,
So they shouldn't have to be done again twice a
Right.
year.
right, once a year, right?
Yeah, because this says labor on site to complete the above work. No trip charge when completed with your fall 2026 maintenance.
Unless you guys have a 6-month plan.
Never have.
Scope of work is level 1 cooling system service required every 3 years of operation.
Right, Nate just did that. Let me just,
Yeah.
I'll make a
Yeah,
follow-up phone
thank
call
you.
tomorrow.
And will you just make sure that the library is not on that one? Like it's not accidentally linked in?
Yeah, it came in March.
Oh, so maybe,
Mark-
I'll follow up and get an answer for you.
March was supposed to be your visit, but Linda pushed it off until there was no snow.
Right.
And then
Yeah.
that overlapped with my yearly,
I
so
just
we
don't
all
know if
grouped
they
them
ever
together.
actually signed an agreement or
Right.
whatever.
Might be moot since they just serviced it.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
The work is-
I really don't know.
The work might have already been done, yeah.
All right, last thing is, this is the new job that we want to post. It is, land use administrator / assessing clerk. And we're going to combine those two jobs. We had, kind of split between two people. We now wanted to bring it into one person and make it full-time. And I would like to post this as soon as possible. But I can work with you on getting
Yeah,
the
just-
assessing part into the ad.
Yeah, I'd like it to know how we can concretely get like the number of hours needed for each. Because sometimes the land use, I think, is pretty low.
Not right now.
Not right now, but it fluctuates as well.
Sure, yeah.
So I just didn't know what the assessing needs were.
Yeah, it's basically just clerk duties, putting in, data, a lot of data entry and so answering questions from homeowners and doing tax cards, timber, intent to cut with the timber stuff and
Right.
then the excavation and all of that.
And then, if I understand, any official assessment duties, even if it's data entry of assessed value type stuff, is still done by Chad and
Yeah.
Avatar Associates.
Yes.
This is merely like to update deed information.
Yeah,
and-
we get access from the county, we get access to the deeds free of charge, to update the information so that our tax warrants are proper. But this will be a new job description for this town.
How many, is it full-time? Or is it like 3/4 time, or is it to be determined, or?
I would like it to be full-time. I think it's needed. I can go over hours. I can get with Colleen. She's coming in on Thursday.
I'm hesitant to add a full-time job because of budget and.
We did lose Kate, who was full-time.
Mhm.
And so this would be a good opportunity to capture a full-time employee, which is better applicants most of the time. So, I think it's worth it.
Did you have a chance to review it?
I did.
So many things to review at once.
I know.
Chairman,
Yes.
From an advisory budget committee standpoint, when I ask, has anyone done a budget analysis to ensure that we can afford to have what it amounts to now, at least potentially 3 full-time people or 2.5 people, where, based on what we originally budgeted for these positions, right? And I recognize they're different positions now, they've been moved
Morphed,
around,
yeah.
but the money doesn't change. The town still voted for a certain amount in those budget areas. What impact would a full-time position, because you can add and other duties as assigned to the bottom of any job description, and that person, if they have a lull in their land use piece of it, can pick up other duties within the office. But what budgetary impact does adding this person full-time have to that budget?
So it's, if I understand, it's not adding, it's replacing.
That's, yeah.
Except, all right, you actually don't have a person in the position now. I'm not saying you're adding
We
a
have
new
a
position.
temp.
I'm saying you don't have a body currently in the position fulfilling the full-time role of this position.
Correct.
You
We have
have a certain amount of money that you can spend to fill these positions through the rest of the year.
Right.
Do you have enough money in the budget in order to have a person there full-time, in order to be able to monetarily afford to bring a person in full-time? Or does it make sense potentially to start them as a part-time person and then be able to budget for them full-time next year?
I was definitely leaning towards that idea at first, for sure. No, that's where my mind went, because I really want to know about like how many hours each of these things take.
I just have to ask, just to clarify it in my mind.
You don't have to ask Linda. Go ahead.
There were 2 people before, right? Linda and Kate, and now there's Luciana, is that it?
Lucia.
Lucia, and this other person, so it would be 2.
There's other people in the
We have
office,
other-
correct?
So Colleen King is a former land use administrator who has come and stepped in and helped us out temporarily.
Thank you, Colleen.
Thank you,
Yes.
Colleen. So when we hire someone, she's been
There'll be
gracious.
overlap, but she'll go away.
She's gonna train, she offered to train.
Yep. And then we do have the part-time office assistant, 2 days a week, 5 hours a day. So for 10 hours a week, we have a part-time office assistant who, again, fabulous, and thank you, Madison.
And
Her
then,
name is Madison, by the way.
we've outsourced our payroll
For now,
for now.
while we,
Right, and I understand all of that. I'm just asking, purely from a monetary standpoint, when you add those people in, part-time positions, and now you want to add a full-time position back into the mix, from a money standpoint, is the money there to do this? And if it's not, which I suspect it is not, I suspect we don't have, because we also paid MRI, right, or are paying MRI to manage this. And those things are all really good and should have happened to keep us moving forward and keep us doing. What I want to implore you to do is double check from a budget standpoint, where we would stand, how much we will go over budget, and where will that money come from in order to pay for it.
yep, those are conversations we're having.
And I don't disagree at all. It's definitely a huge concern, because I didn't have another full-time position in my radar, for sure. But I want to hear all of this for sure. And I don't know if that's like for later we should talk about it, I don't know.
I don't disagree that this is a position that, I haven't seen the job description, so, but being on the zoning board of adjustment and working with Colleen, but also having worked with Kate and knowing, a piece of the assessing stuff, just having been in town hall for however many years, I don't disagree that this position is needed. You'll have to evaluate whether or not there's enough robustness there for a full-time position. But I go back to the idea of potentially offering this as a part-time position first, so that when budget time comes around, you can fully budget for the 2 full-time positions. And a part-time office assistant still? I mean, we had the $12,000 that got taken out of the budget that would have, helped with this issue, had that office assistant, file clerk, admin type person position been able to stay in that budget.
Yeah, so as you can see, Nicole and I are thinking about that. I mean, we're all thinking about that, trying to figure out how to do it. And Lucia's digging in and really looking at what we need and what's how she's gonna run that office. So, she knows better than us at this point, because she's literally in the trenches,
Yes.
day to day,
Yep.
so.
Again.
And I've studied the budget, so like I have questions still, but I think this is a very good opportunity for the town. And so I don't want to pass it up.
So then I would just suggest maybe there's an off ad hoc meeting, and I'm happy to sit down and work with it from the advisory budget committee to figure out how to pay for it. Because we can't not pay for it, you can't just ignore it, you have to pay for it. It's gotta come out of the money that the citizenry has already set aside,
Right.
so.
Well, and the board has the ability to move the money to where they need it. So if it is necessary, that is something that they have the power to do.
Absolutely. The question is, where are they moving it from? And does
Exactly.
that make the most sense?
Exactly.
And that's where I think it's important to get opinions and information from
100%.
outside of just the.
No, I totally agree with you. I'm just saying that we're trying to move in the right direction.
Quick comment and follow up with Sharon, my ABC hat's going on here. This is a full-time position, let's look at the total compensation package, because we're gonna have expensive health insurance, paid vacation, other
Yeah.
benefits. So it's just not the base rate.
Right.
Right.
So at
So
this
let's look at
point,
the total package.
but at this point, this doesn't specify per full-time, right?
No, because it's just a job description.
Right,
Yeah.
so.
It's not an advertisement.
Right, so
I would just say.
I trust that the job description is accurate based on your experience in here. You're working with Colleen,
Right.
you're working with Chad, you're knowing all the moving parts to this. So I'm fine with approving the job description.
Great.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
All that was, yeah.
I would approve the job description too.
Okay.
What do we think about the abatement?
I would like to discuss that in non-public,
Okay.
Yeah.
because there's some personal stuff in there, so.
Agreed. All right.
Let's go to the next one.
Then sign it.
Pass it down.
All right, you're done with your administrators list? All right, Chief Hayford.
We had drug take back day a couple weeks ago. Nothing special. We took in 12 pounds. We weren't the least in the county, but we weren't the most. I'd just like to remind people in town, we have the drug box out in the lobby. We do take prescription drugs for animals in there, just no liquids or no needles. I got the poll sign up finally.
Yes,
I'm sure I've snagged everybody in town. I'm going to download the data off of it. And I've been watching it. I think it's working. Like I said before, the state claims the sign will go stale after a while. I was planning on moving it to the other end of the S-turns, but I don't think where I have to place that on a existing speed limit sign. And the one that's down there by Saxon Road is quite in the shade.
Yeah, it's hard, 'cause
So
the
I might
branches get in
just
front of it.
deploy the radar trailer at that end of the neighborhood. I did get another mounting bracket for the sign, so for the sign and the solar panel, it's just over $400 just for the hardware. And this thing weighs about 150 pounds once all the batteries are loaded into it. So it's portable, but it's with some headaches. So I might figure out another place in town on a town road where we can put this up that's problematic. So that'll start moving around. What else? Officer Shackford is in the academy. He just started his second week, so he's right where he should be. He's doing fine. We're gonna start enforcing parking permits and enforcement at Foot of the Lake Beach and the boat ramp right around Memorial Day weekend. So it would behoove people to, even town residents, to have your sticker in your windows, or you might get a ticket from an officer. I'll probably give you a warning if you can produce a ticket after the fact, or produce a permit after the fact, as well as enforcement for launch permits. Those are like $100 a pop. I think the town, not for residents, for non-residents, but I think with the size of the moorings fields in town, we know there is a large population of people putting their boats in and storing them that are non-residents. So we'll be taking voyages across the lake to check, and if need be, we'll send out letters, citations essentially, to recoup that money. If you're a non-resident or if you're a resident, if you have a boat on the lake already and you don't have a permit, I would encourage you to get the permit, or you'll get a letter from me asking you to, or finding you, but offering you the opportunity to come in with a proof of a launch permit, which is free. What else? I think that's it.
Mr. Brooks?
I have nothing in particular except a non-public with you later to review the quotations received for the point of entry treatment systems for the contaminated wells. So.
And the code enforcement one. So Bob couldn't be here, but he gave me his report. So the amount of permits that he's done so far is 117. The fees collected so far this year is $13,947.08. The estimated cost of projects is $4,181,709.45. He also has 3 ongoing zoning complaints that he's dealing with.
Okay.
That's it.
Mr. Eldridge?
My only thing is, this afternoon, I got an email from Lucia asking about warrant article 7 from last year, if it was all completed.
Yeah,
and-
that was an auditor question.
Well, that brings me to, it wasn't, so what, it was like $18,000 that wasn't expended for paving. So Town Line was on that warrant article last year, and it reads that we could still use that money for this year, that $18,000. So I think there's an extra $18,000 from last year to use on Town Line this year.
For paving or for paving?
It said road improvement.
And are you thinking
If you look
paving?
in the book, I have a piece of paper stuck in there somewhere, towards the front, yeah, right there. Yeah. That's the email, and then it's right with the warrant article from last year.
Yeah, the warrant article was $400,000, but only $387,381 was spent. But usually it says that.
It's right there with that paper.
Yeah.
It's warrant article 7, so it's right, it's in the book.
777. Okay, for use on Town Line, Forest Pines, Pine Hill, Jones Hill roads. This will be a non-lapsing appropriation for RSA 32-7, comma 6. It will not lapse until funds have been exhausted with the completion of the project on or by December 31st, 2030, whichever is sooner. So
And to
Town
me, it's
Line,
not completed until it's.
Town Line's not completed, will be completed this year, right,
Right.
with the additional work. That makes sense.
So there's work still to be scheduled?
I would say the road isn't completed until the top coat is put on it, which is
Okay.
happening.
Which will be done this year, but
Right.
there's still
$18,000.
about 18,000.
Change, yeah, roughly.
That's there.
So the 18, so the top coating is in, the 18 is covering the top coating, or the top coating's gonna happen,
Well,
and then
I
you'll
think
still
it
have
would be, it
18?
could be put towards, I would think, from the way that reads.
Yeah, that's the way I read it.
Okay.
Because that money was appropriated for the
So
road.
So when they priced out finishing that road,
Yeah,
they didn't realize that they had 18 left over from when they did it originally. So
I
all they
just-
wanna do is be able to use the 18 towards that, and then that'll knock down the original estimate to do it. Cause we have 18 that we can apply to it from the last time.
so,
Who did the work?
yeah, let's start there.
Pike.
Okay. So this was part of the warrant article from last year, all the work has been done except for top coating?
Yes.
Okay,
And that was in the initial bid?
No,
No.
top coating was not in the initial bid.
no.
No.
Yes,
It
it
was.
Okay.
So how much is the top coating? And the top coating
It's
was
in
not
those-
in
it
this
was in-
warrant either.
Yeah, that was, wasn't it?
No, for that.
Top coating,
36.
No, I mean, it was in the
Oh,
things
okay.
we read,
Okay.
right?
yes,
Yeah.
Mr. Burns.
I just think what Dylan's suggesting is that in additional to the approved warrant articles from this year.
Right, we have an extra
If we
18.
run into a circumstance where prices get escalated because of global market conditions, we have excess money unexpended from the previous year's warrant article could be used to
Right.
supplement this year's warrant article to
But-
help us try to ensure that the work we want to get done gets done.
But the way I read it, we could only use it on town line road.
Correct.
Right.
But
Yeah.
you- but you've got the top coat planned for Town Line Road.
Mhm.
It's not a matter of making the dollars equate to anything, it's the fact that the dollars from last year's warrant article can legally be used on Town Line Road this year.
That's a question. I just saw that at 4 o'clock this afternoon, so.
That's awesome.
No,
Good catch.
it makes sense per the way the article's written.
That's the way I read it.
And it's going to the job that it was intended for, Town
Just-
Line Road.
Right.
Just trying to wrap my head around it.
Yeah.
So the top coat has always been planned, or it is now
It's
added?
planned for every road you pave.
It's-
I know, but was it, when it was planned, just, again, humor me for a minute, let me just finish my train of thought. Was it planned in the bids that we received last year?
No, because we've always cut out, the top coat is
Done it
an
later.
additional,
Yes.
it's an additional sum of money, which
Yep.
we've never wanted to add to the top of the expensive
Right.
project. So we put it off to the next year.
Right,
And all he's saying is,
We don't have to.
that portion of this year's warrant article dedicated to the top coat of Town Line Road, we could use this
Right.
money.
you're filling in a blank for me, thank you. So it's that we do, again, in the warrant articles, we do have top, in the current years that we just passed, there is a warrant article to top coat town line.
Correct.
That was
Okay,
in those-
that was the piece I was missing, thank you.
That was in the bids we just opened.
I know, I just,
Yeah,
it was a lot, so, okay, thank you.
From an accounting perspective, right, we closed out basically last year from an expenditure standpoint, right? I just wanna make sure, I'm sure that we do, but I wanna make sure that we are accounting in that warrant article moving forward, that $18,000 is last year's appropriation, okay? And so it is sitting basically in our unexpended fund balance.
No. No, it isn't. It's, I don't know if I can show it to you here.
Is it in the warrant
It's-
article?
It's in the warrant article section
Here.
of the budget presentation.
That's the
That's a
actual,
drawdown, it's not in.
that's an actual,
Brother.
I didn't mean to start something. It was merely just a question.
No, it's
No,
good
this is a
because.
good
It's a
question.
good question.
No, this is
I think it
good.
is right
There's
here.
money
yeah, I
sitting
think it
there.
Right.
is too.
Yeah.
But the question is it money on a piece of paper, or is it actual money because of the other things that were done at the end of the year? And money that the selectmen decide will go to paying down the taxes for the next year, that kind of thing.
Well,
I
they
wanna
can't.
make sure that
We can't, that would have been in our unassigned funds, that we did that with, this wouldn't be in that.
well, that's what I'm making sure, because I don't know what,
Okay.
It won't lapse to the,
till 2030.
it wouldn't go into the unexpended fund balance until it
2030.
lapsed.
Okay.
Right.
And do we have any other funds that are, so this is from an accounting perspective, do we have any other warrant articles that we've done that with over the last 5 years where we haven't, where we haven't expended them?
They're all
Yes.
right here
Yes.
in that
Um,
section of the.
What I don't know is how that's tracked.
Yeah.
Bingo.
We're
That's, yeah.
figuring that out.
Okay, because yeah, I mean, it's been mentioned before that, you know, this has happened before prior to your leadership, that yes, when there's money left over, that would be used on these roads for maintenance, whether it's potholes, you know what I mean, like that type of maintenance that you guys still
Be
did.
used on anything else that was assigned to the town line government.
So any type of
Well,
maintenance work that was assigned to.
Anything that's in that
In that
warrant.
In that warrant
That
article.
warrant article assigned it to town
That
line
is my
road, it's not
condo,
being
so-
allowed to go
I
anywhere.
can't-
Exactly.
I can't hear.
Yep, so
Yes, I would
that's,
give it
my
a-
understanding is that's what's happened in the past, is that yes, when there's money left over, whatever supplies are bought or things are, you know, work planned for that same
Oh, yeah.
group of roads.
The money was approved for town line road, use it for town line road.
Yeah, I'm just saying, so like if, say Mooney Hill runs over, I mean, the bids are quite a bit lower than
I was gonna say.
the approved warrant article, but hypothetically, say we ran over on this year's warrant article, we have that 18,000 we could put towards, from last year, towards town line to help us not go over this year's warrant article.
Correct.
No,
Still
that's-
get the work done.
And
Yeah,
still get
no,
the work
that's-
done.
That's
Yes.
win-win there, that's good. Good
Okay.
catch.
That's all. I'm through.
Hi.
All's well at the library. We are ramping up for summer reading, and my only question is, when is Old Home Week meeting starting?
You're on the committee.
Because I need to make sure that we're on the same schedule because we weren't last year.
Well, it will be after Memorial Day.
After Memorial Day.
The only meetings that we've had recently is just to discuss Memorial Day, the breakfast piece of it, to make sure we get food ordered and that type of stuff.
So I'll check back with you after Memorial Day.
When and where do you guys meet? Do you meet here or?
We usually do a dinner meeting at somebody's house.
Oh, well, that's awkward.
Well, they're highly paid positions.
Well, I'm not crashing a dinner, so.
All depends. See what it is. Okay.
All right, any other
Great,
department
super.
heads? Nothing back there?
That's it.
No? All right. Signature items, manifest we signed.
No, we did not.
Oh, we
Oh, that's right, 'cause we have to fix that,
We're
yeah,
gonna
that's
get
right.
Numbers updated.
Yep.
Okay, one at a time. This is a record request. She has a grant that, or no, a sponsorship that covers the whole amount for this, but she just still needs a reimbursement.
Thank you.
It has to be signed. If you have any questions, contact Heather. It's for the shirts, I believe.
Yeah, Conway embroidery for softball t-shirts and things.
Yeah. This is the bank paperwork. So this is to get all the signers on the account, including the deputy that you guys had talked about. And to have me be able to be notified about the accounts and they can actually talk to me about it.
Yep.
And then for me to also be an authorized authorized officer of the credit card, because I'm the one who pays it. So.
Yep.
But what also needs to be discussed for this is we're gonna need a new credit card because the last credit card had Josh's name on it. So we need a new name for the credit card. So it was suggested that potentially, if it were a board of selectmen, that it would be a board of selectmen that has a longer term, because there's,
I don't want it to be a member of the Board of Selectmen, I don't.
but it is up to you guys
Yeah.
to decide what the name is.
I vote for Lucia Roth.
That's up to you.
No, I know, you're the administrator, you're paying the credit card anyway.
And if, you know, and
Does
if
that make sense? I
if
mean-
department heads like need to use it, it would come through
Yeah.
you anyway.
You would approve
It would
the
be
purchase
through
or
me.
whatever, anyway, yeah.
Alright, so that, Jake will have to come in to
Yep,
sign
because
that.
everybody has to sign that.
He'll be here Friday, you said, anyway?
Yeah.
Yep.
So if you guys want to decide on a name, I do need paperwork signed for that as well, so we can get the new credit card issued.
Do we just have one credit card? That
One
would be-
credit
I
card.
need the one card.
The library has their own,
Okay.
so that's the only 2 credit cards in the whole town.
Do we have to date those?
I don't know. I think, maybe.
Does that, I'm sorry, does that make sense? To have only 2 credit cards in the entire town? I mean, the DPW has to buy stuff all the time.
And
buying
they
supplies and
use
stuff.
this credit card, the town's, 'cause
Why not have one issued in their name? So that they, I mean, they still have to submit all the paperwork, they still have to do
Yeah.
everything.
I think
Why
it's
not?
just a security. It's usually best practice for towns to have like the least amount of access to funds. It's basically up to the town.
Yeah, quick question for Dylan, and I'm not
It's
sure how this
easier to
works.
reconcile
When you
when
go to
it's
buy
just-
fuel for a vehicle, or even, you know, Chief Brooks or Chief Haver to put fuel in the fire equipment or police equipment, do we use a town credit card for that?
Right up top, comes right
We
to
have
the
our
garage.
own policy.
Okay, all right,
Direct
so you're not going over to the state or the.
The only thing we use a credit card for is if we need something online on a website, we use
Yeah.
it for that.
Okay,
Or if it's a place that we can only get the part at that place that it's not worth setting up an account with, just use the credit card, go get
okay.
it.
No, I
For
was
one
just
time.
curious how, if we use a card for fuel purchases or anything.
That's it.
It's very minimal on most of the time. It's like an online account that you can't do anything but have a credit card.
Something like Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
WB's.
That paperwork does not cover that?
For
You
the
need
credit
separate-
card?
yeah, you need separate
The
paperwork.
name,
Mhm.
yes, you do need different paperwork.
Okay,
So we'd have to sign something. You
Okay.
can sign a next meeting, you could make a motion to sign out of,
yeah, I would like a
Session.
motion to sign out of, to appoint Lucia as the primary card holder and as the point of contact for it, and to sign that out of session.
Yeah, no, that's second.
Would you have that done this week?
yeah,
Okay.
So
that's fine.
if we meet Friday, we
yeah.
could sign it
We could go to the
Friday.
bank on Friday.
Okay,
Okay,
that's fine.
Joe,
He seconded.
yes?
Yes,
Yes.
All in favor?
Yeah.
Aye.
Aye.
Cool. This is an I don't remember. Chad said this needs to be signed by you. It is a application for property tax credits.
Okay, is that like veterans credit or?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Credit.
believe it is a veterans credit.
Yeah, Chad makes a recommendation on those. It's written in small, it's in a box.
Yeah, it's from Chad. That's all I need to say, I guess.
I believe he reviews and validates applications for
Should
Yeah.
credits, and then he makes a
Yeah,
recommendation.
Yeah, no,
on
but
it.
this has a lot of personal information,
Yeah.
should we do it?
No, we just gotta sign it.
Here, if you look on the, I think it's the second page or something, there's a thin box kind of in the middle of the page
Yeah,
where
I
Chad
think
makes a
right here. He
recommendation.
recommends it.
Here, just initial there,
Nope, there's a
Signature.
part to sign.
Signatures.
underneath, okay, all right, just wanna make sure I do the right spot.
Yeah. And then I have 1 intent to cut, and then 4 intent to excavate. I have three excavation warrants. Nope, 4.
All right, get your pens out, kids.
Yeah.
Was
So
that,
this is intent to excavate and timber. This is warrants for excavation. This is the warrant for the first half of the year for tax totals. And then this is the oath of office for Tammy.
Where are the intent to cuts? Where are they cutting?
One, I don't remember
It's
where
in
this.
front of, it's off Lead Mine Road. It's a continuation for the cut they did last year.
The brothers there?
The brothers.
This is all
Private landowner.
The other ones are excavation.
No sign, Joe?
How big does the excavation have to be to have to do all this? Was it all
Over
before the excavator shows up at my house?
over 1,000.
No, these are all open mining operations,
Okay,
like
just checking.
Coleman.
This is all
Yeah.
Coleman stuff here.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay.
It has to be over 1,000 cubic yards, I
Okay.
think, for it to count
Count,
towards
To
actually
be considered
getting them.
mining?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And most of them, they have to have a reclamation plan in place before they can begin. RSA 152 is complicated.
That's the intention.
Planning board loves it.
Signatures are on the bottom.
Yeah, I'm just reviewing it. Lead Mine Road.
There's just one with all of this, right? Jeez.
These are taxes from what they excavated last year. And the signatures on the back, there's 4 of them.
$0.02 per cubic yard. That's a lot of cubic yards for $3,600.
And the state fees went up $10 each on motor vehicles. Go figure that out.
that when you sign on a specific line.
Do they have to read this one?
I always recommend reading everything before you sign it, but.
I mean, like, read it out loud.
Oh, no.
No, you don't
It
have
never
to.
has been, but you
Alright.
certainly can.
It's essentially your property taxes. We're now giving it to our tax collector.
Mike's in charge of the taxes.
Yes.
Well, that's the
This is-
actual warrant that you're gonna commit to me tomorrow morning, and
Right.
we'll start the process of collecting it.
Oh, this is what, to send the bills out and
Yep.
everything?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
And that amount is based,
Yeah.
it's based on 1/2 of
Right.
last year's tax rate times the full assessment with whatever midterm adjustments the DRA makes with respect to exemptions and so forth. That's all statutory.
Second half's the fun half.
So the total tax bills going out will be the $5,700,000.
I haven't seen it yet, but I'll take
Yeah,
your word
that's,
for
no,
it.
that's, it says total tax bills, that's what I'm asking.
Christmas. You just told them the surprise.
That's Tammy's oath of office. You just have to sign it.
Okay.
It's just procedure. You're
Yep.
keeping a pile
Big
down
number.
there for me?
We're here.
Oh, good.
So Michael, when the tax payments are due, what, July 1st or whatever, end of June?
Can't be due before July 1st. The due date will be July 9th.
Okay, so the bills will go out early June?
The bills will go out if not this Friday, next Monday.
Wow, okay, all right. No, okay, I wasn't sure of the timeline, that's what I was
I'm
asking.
getting them out as
This is the
ASAP.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, they'll be available on the kiosk
also your pile there.
Yes.
Thursday morning. I'll have them
All these
uploaded
things
tomorrow.
This Thursday due
Yeah,
tomorrow.
I'll have them
morning.
uploaded when I finish this process
Send these
tomorrow,
checks out to
but
DRL.
it doesn't reset itself until around midnight sometime,
Mhm.
the kiosk, so I'll upload it all, and then once it goes through its cycle, it'll hit the interweb. And people will start paying.
Is that everything?
Important.
No, that was
it.
All right, then we have non-public.
Yep, for the Bateman and Mike wants a non-public.
All right, let's pick one. What's my RSA for?
91A, big 2, little 3.
That's what I'm looking for.
Letter C.
All right, which one is for you?
I don't know, it's the negotiation of,
Pending claim?
basically, we're talking about a business negotiation. It's basically what it is.
All right. Non-public session per RSA 91-A:3, Roman numeral 2, parenthetical E, consideration or negotiation of pending claims or litigation, which has been threatened? No. Consideration of acquisition, sale, or lease of real or personal property.
Is there one that's like entering into a contract?
It might be on the actual form.
Matters that if we're discussed in public would foil the process?
Yeah, there should be something like that.
It
Contract.
might be A.
Oh, because the bid prices are non-public right now.
Well, until-
That's specific to
Until-
employees.
Okay.
A is employees,
Competition,
B is
yeah.
hiring, C is matters which, if
Right.
discussed in public, would likely adversely affect the reputation of any person other than a member of the body or agency itself,
Mhm.
unless such person requests.
Mhm.
Consideration of the acquisition, sale, or lease of real property, which, if discussed in public, would likely benefit a party or party whose interests are adverse to those of the general community. Consideration of negotiation of pending claims or litigation which has threatened in writing or filed against the body or any subdivision thereof, against any member thereof, body or agency until the claim or litigation has been fully educated. Relative to adult parole board, relative to county correctional facilities, relative to business finance authority, consideration of matters relating to the preparation for and the carrying out of emergency functions, including training to carry out such functions developed by local state or safety officials, consideration of legal advice provided by legal counsel either in writing or orally to one or more members of the public.
I'd have to
You
say
have
closer
something
to
from
the
legal
fourth.
counsel? No?
No, it isn't really.
The fourth one down, maybe?
Well, this is
That was the
just
closest one?
To review the quotes
Price-
that we've received, so
price
you guys can make a
information.
decision, because I still have to get it to the guy at DES, because he has to approve your decision before we can do anything. That sounds funny, doesn't it?
But
Wouldn't this
doesn't
be?
go the normal bid process?
No, right here, no, this is it. I think
Number
consideration
4
of the acquisition, yeah, Jim's right. Not that I'm surprised.
Is that on the calendar?
No, there we go, it's not. Consideration of the acquisition,
On
sale, or
video.
lease of real or personal property, which, if
You were
discussed
right.
in public, would
That's right.
likely benefit a party or
Nicole?
parties whose
Yeah,
interests are
that's the
adverse.
one. That one.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay, all right.
All right, so
all
under
right.
D,
Two of these.
there we go. And what was the other one?
Fourth one down?
The abatement.
The,
Personal
information on the abatement.
So that's C, matters which, if discussed in public, would likely affect adversely the reputation of any
Yes.
person. And then I think B, the hiring of any person as a public employee, as we look at the treasurer resumes.
Oh, yeah, if you want to do that.
Yep. All right. I will make a motion to enter non-publics for those 3
Second.
RSAs. I will accept a motion. All right, motions, seconded. All in favor, roll call
Aye.
vote.
Nicole, I.
Joy, aye.
Jim,
Joe, I.